And when you way out there, it never takes.
But I uploaded one.
I when you out there on the island, it don't work. I just take a picture first sometimes.
I took a picture.
Hey everybody, how you doing? You see I'm talking to the missus. Oh, my poor baby. Oh, I can't even get my thumbnail. Poor baby. How y'all doing tonight? Cause look at my thumbnail.
What?
My thumbnail right now. I'll show you later.
I'll see it in a minute.
Yeah. Um,
Hey, you looking for?
how y'all doing? Carly, GT Grows it, GT Junior, boy, man, that name, brother. I don't know why that's a tongue twister. That's a tongue twister, bruh. GT Junior Grows it. It just sounds like I'm supposed to. It sounds like I'm right. It sounds like I'm supposed to be yelling at somebody when I'm saying it.
You gotta see what's the
GT Junior Grows it. That's.
just song.
It sounds like I'm saying somebody's whole name because I'm mad at them. I'm about to give them a whooping, like, you know. GT Junior Grows. See how my yells work?
You need it.
What's up, brother? It's good to see you. Hey, everybody. Hey, Game Nerd Mom. Hey, Gail Sweeney. Mandissa. Victoria Begins in the Garden. Miss Vanessa Chan Robinson. Sean Moore. Jackson Journal. GT Junior Grows in Alaska. What's up, man? It's good to see you, though. It's good to see you, brother. Jackson Journal. Mimi's Mini Garden. That's another. Mama say Mama sa Mama kusa. Let me see. Dan, Permaculture Food Forest. Dan, my brother. Dan, let me tell you something. Man, you really got me doing some crazy stuff over here. I'm going to show you tomorrow. And I can't believe you here tonight because I'm glad you're here tonight, actually, brother. Because I'm going to tell you tomorrow, I'm going to show you what you have created. You've created a monster, brother. You and them doggone mangoes. Every time I look at my mangoes, I'll be like, damn, permaculture food for us. When I get back down to Florida, man, I'm going to have to come look you up, man. Kick a little dust on your boot. But thank you, my brother. Thank you for putting a little fire up under me. Because, you know, I'll be like, I ain't growing nothing else from seed like that. But, Dan, you the man. Let me see. Just got off watching. Yeah, I was watching her, too. I said, as soon as she run back in. Say it again.
Thank y'all for watching and hanging out with me.
All right, Dan. Listen, I'm the one cut the doggone sprinklers off for her. And, because they was going to get her. I was going to, you better be lucky that I was on it. I heard them cut on. Because I've been caught in them plenty of times. Everybody said they enjoyed you, honey.
Oh.
Let me see. Hey, Devette Brown, Mandissa, Robin Murphy, Happy Mac. Yes, Dan, I got you, brother. Tammy Moore, Miss Native Cherokee, Diamond Collins. Let me see. Solar and Wind in Solar, Texas, Alice Prieston. Listen, only reason I'm here tonight, I know y'all like, man, Led is driving us crazy with these videos every day. I know. I'm going to tell you why I've been doing videos every day. And I'm going to tell you why I've been kind of just focused on just a couple of different things. The only reason I've been focused on like strict gardening, like up close personal gardening, not all that extravagant stuff you see me doing all the other years, is because I want you to be able to feel like you can do it yourself. Things are weird, and it's time to grow some food and have some kind of backup food and backup energy. And I think right now that's the most important thing in our lives. So I'm hoping it becomes one of the most important things in yours as well. Because right now, you know, nothing is certain. Okay, like she just told you, Lady Led just got through saying, tomorrow is not promised to you. Tomorrow is not promised to you. So you need to be doing everything in your power right now to live your best life, and make sure you living securely. And yeah, I ain't gonna say she got me, because I've been doing on my health journey. I'm back on my health journey because after family members passing and everything, that's a wake up call for you. That's a wake up call to be like, you know what? You at least got to do all you can do. Okay. So anyway, I'm here tonight not to run my mouth so much. I'm here tonight to ask you the questions that you've been asking me. Because a lot of people been wanting to talk about it. So I'm just going to just let you have at it, which is, what kind of power station do you have? Because a lot of people just got all their stuff this week for some reason. What kind of panels do you have? Because everybody is asking each other, oh, I got the EB70. What kind of panels do I need? I got the AC200. What kind of panels do I need? So right there, boom. Let's get at it. I'm not going to even be running my mouth like normal. People be like, man, I'll be commenting in this video. He don't say nothing to me. But that's because, I'm long-winded and I be having a lot of stuff to say. Thank you for that, Linda. Say you never have enough video. Shh, please. Yeah, you can even get on your own nerves sometime. Oh, in today's rendition, this is Wicked Mug number 2. I think that's what I'm gonna call him. So there you go with that. All right, hope you can get some sleep at night. Oh my goodness. Oh, that just makes my day right there. Oh goodness. Yeah, yeah. So somebody said I had wicked mugs, so I had to make them feel a little better. Demonic, evil drinking mugs. Let me see. Hey, Bo Randall said, new to your channel, man. I love you, homie. Thank you so much. You know what? Lady Led just said it in her video. My wife just said, what did you say? A fake smile is better than a real frown, something like that.
Yeah.
Because because if you always hating other people, you know how much energy it takes to be angry. That's why when some people have heart attacks, and most of them have heart attacks and major health problems, because they so angry. They are so mad at life, mad at the world. That's stress. Do you understand? Stress is like a sword slowly stabbing through your body. A sword. I'm telling you, stress, pressure kills more people than people even think. You like Shark Week? You hear about Shark Week? That ain't got nothing on stress. What they should have Stress Week, not Shark Week. Because Shark Week, you see all the horrible big giant shark jump out the water, hound, crunch on boats and people and stuff. People pulled out the water with one leg and stuff leaking. What they should really have to scare you is a stressful day at work week. Show a stressful person at work. That's more scary. That's more scary than watching a shark try to devour somebody. Believe that. So that's why I try my best to stay happy. Because ain't no need to keep on stressing about what people think about you. Or look, I know I'm gonna pull it off one way or the other. If I'm in a jam, if I'm in a bind, I don't sit there and woe is me. What I be like, okay, what's my next move? If you always say, what's my next move? Don't keep saying, what's happening? I don't understand. What's my next move? If you keep saying, what's my next move? I promise you'll get through things a lot better. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I ain't saying to make it easier. But if you say, okay, all right, I got this. What's my next move? I see the jam. If you do that without freezing, you'll be good. All right? So, all right, I'm going to get right in here what we was talking about. That's right, future layers. So I'm going to ask you guys, what power source do you have? What panels do you have? And I'm going to let you have the floor. And I'm just going to kind of touch on it here and there wherever I see. Because there's a lot of people that bought either the EB70. They don't even know what kind of panels they should be hooking up. I saw somebody, I don't know whether it was in the comments or it was an email I got, where they said they bought the EB70 and bought 2 sets of 200 watt panels. 2 sets of 200 watt panels. And I just saw that just recently. You're going to burn something up. So you only need one of those. You don't need 2 of them. I mean, not for just this. Okay. My screen up here. Okay. Looking at the Blue Eddy AC 200. That's this big baby here. All right. And let me see. Robin, I'm just going to stand back and listen to what everybody says. No problem with that, Robin. Good to see you too. Carly said the 2 Go Power Jackery 300, Jackery 500 with the Jackery 100 watt panels need to grab a panel to go for the Go Powers. Okay. I showed you the panel that was working for me, that 50 watt HQST for the Go Power Plus. That's working out real nice. Okay. All right, I'm saving for the 2000. I can't wait, so I'm ordering the 70 tomorrow. I'm gonna say this. This is my own personal opinion, so bear with me. Somebody asked me what was my lineup. What would I do? What would I do first? What would be my very first setup? I'm going to tell you how I feel, and I've owned a lot of these already. Some of them I haven't even done videos on because I felt that they were not worth making a video about. As a matter of fact, they went back to the manufacturers. I'm going to tell you what I would do first. What I would do first, if you're a very active person, you always in and out, you always traveling, you always camping, you always going to the beach and stuff, going to the park, I would go with an EB70 over the Jackery 500. The reason I would do that, because this charges super fast. That Jackery, I promise you, that is the big, all of them charge so slow. That this is a good unit. I love this unit. But man, I'm telling you, I try not to drain that battery, because I don't know which charges slower, the Jackery 500 or the doggone Go Power Plus. I don't know which one charged slower. I promise. That it's terrible. They are terrible with the charging game. So I would start with the EB70, and then I would work my way straight to this one. The AC 200P. I would bypass this altogether. I would bypass this altogether. Once I got this, and then I got this, then I don't care what you get. Everything else is just storage banks. But these two, this is for on the go, hurrying up, you going somewhere quick. This is for the real deal, hurricane, tornado storms, or on the go for a long time. After these two, because this complements this. Because all this is doing is giving this 700 more watts of power to back this up. This is already 2,000 watts of power. So then you got another 716 watts. That's 2,716 watt hours that you got when you combine these both. Well, when I say combine, dumping the power from this into this. All right, let me see. Monique said the Blue Eddy EB70 is coming to Canada in August. Okay. Let me see. Cardi said, I love the Jackery 300 for real. If you're going to buy a Jackery, again, I'm only giving my own personal opinions and from my own short span of experience. I would not go no higher than the Jackery 500. I don't know much about those newer ones, the 1500 and the 2000, but the only thing that they do still have is they only like to use their equipment, their solar panels. That's what I don't like. Because if you using other panels, they charge super slow. They already charge slow with their own panels. But with other panels, oh my goodness, it's a nightmare. Brett Rose said, where you at, Brett Rose? I got the AC200 a couple weeks ago. I have a couple Renogy 100 watt panels, a couple of Wise 100 watt panels, and 2 fold out 100 Renogy panels. I have them all in series, about 120 volts. Whoa! Woo, you getting it. Let me see. Janae said I have the Go Power Plus with the briefcase solar panel and the AC200P with the 3 120 watt panels. You bought the bundle. That. If you're going to be on the move, that was smart. But I'm going to suggest to you, don't keep using those fold out panels just to sit in your yard all day and night. I'm going to suggest you at least buy about 3 rigid panels, 3 or 4 rigid panels. Trust me on that, because those fold ups are not meant to just sit out in the weather like that all day and night and get caught by a storm or something constantly. And then the heat of the sun and the UV rays of the sun, the panels on those fold outs will be okay, but the material that's holding it all together is gonna go real quick. Say, new to this, can you tell me what charging slow is, hours and days? It's in hours. Like, it's going, this charges so fast. That's a kind of little tricky to explain. You would really have to own one to understand, because I didn't used to understand. Everybody used to be like, oh, but it charged so slow. I'm like, who cares? You got power, which is true. Which is true. But you got to think about this, and I'm only speaking from my own experience. If you start only having so much daylight, say like on a cloudy day or a stormy day, you only got so much daylight. You want as much power going into this as possible. Now, I'm not a fan of the EcoFlow. A lot of people are, but that is one backup capability that it has, the EcoFlow River, that does intrigue me because it charges so fast. I'm not really fond of the technology and everything else about the EcoFlow River, but the charging capability, I don't care about really necessarily using it, but if it brings in that much power, I could dump it into anything else that I like to use. Okay, let me get back in here. I said I'm trying my hardest not to talk too much. Let me see. Lee, I'm gonna just call you Lee, okay? I'm not gonna butcher your last name. 3 deep cycle batteries, 100 amp hour each, 4 Harbor Freight set solar panels, 400 watts, and 4 amp battery charger, 2 inverters, 1500 and 3000. Okay, you got a house set up. Okay, a stay at home, I'm gonna call them. Let me see. Let me go back up. I missed so much, y'all. I got the, if I missed it, just keep on saying it again. I'm gonna try to catch it the best I can. So I'm not gonna be too much looking at the screen. I'm gonna do my best. Let me see if okay, I put everything else in the, I'm trying to put everything in frame so y'all can at least get a good peek and see in what you might want to purchase. Okay, Angela Baker says, for portability, I got a Jackery 1000 with 1 panel, 1 500 watt, no name, yellow, yellow school bus, solar battery, a Go Power Plus, 150 watt coolest, and a Ryobi charger last week. Now, I want to let you guys know something real quick. Again, I'm trying to just do it a little bit. This is what you need to be doing. If you are not purchasing rechargeable tools, like, you know, I'm not going to name them all your rechargeable drills, saws, you really need to move forward into that. because you will be able to use your tools on any work site if you got this right here. You don't got to be looking for a plug or anything. Your rechargeable plugs have a whole new lifestyle now that this is going on. This mobile solar generation. Divine, okay. That was a long time ago, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Travel Nurse Prepper says, has anyone with the AC200 had any problems charging with the AC charger block? No. Mine starts spitting out about 432 volts. The thing I love about this is because while I can charge it from the wall, you can also be charging it from the solar. So I'll be charging with the solar and it's bringing in 300 and something watts and then 400 and something watts from the brick. I haven't had any problems whatsoever. You may want to go in here if you are having problems with your AC200. There are settings in here that you have to cut on. To cut on from your, like your cigarette lighter, your AC, your DC, you have to go inside here, read your manual, and turn those on to how you want this stuff to charge or what do you want on and off. You have to go in here, okay? I found that out myself, and I thought about that. You might have that problem. You got to go in here. Let me see real quick. I hate moving the camera so much because that drives people nuts. But it's all for learning experiences, I guess. You have to go into your settings. See if I can see. Go into your settings. And then like here, your AC output. I'm making sure y'all can see that. You got your AC output, your DC output, your frequencies input source, your PV, that's your solar power. Do you want it on eco mode? All of this stuff, you got to go in here and read this because this is stuff how you either want this stuff charging or what do you want on and what do you want off. I thought I would not like this stuff. I really thought that I would not care, but it is a woo. I'm in love with it now. Now I'm always pushing buttons and tinkering. So yes, definitely. Oh, let me get back in here. I don't want to run my mouth too much. Okay. What is the black one? I did hear the red is the EP70, the black one. This one is the AC200P. That's the 2000 watt Blue Eddy. I use DeWalt batteries. Okay. Lovey Killmore, faster than my solar panels. Oh, I missed something. What's up, Ask Guy? I've in the house today. There are a number of 100 watt panels you can afford for $100 and cheaper. Yes, yes, it is. It's plenty of panels. Don't get hung up on certain name brands either, because what I'm starting to see is there are a lot. What's up, that guy from Texas? Yes, there are a lot of these different. If you haven't noticed lately, there's a lot of identical products, identical with another name on it, another brand, but they're identical from top to bottom. It just got another name stamped on the side. That really makes me feel a little weird, but it is what it is. Led, do you know how to use a tool but got that charger last week to go to the tools purchase? What? Do you know how to use a tool? Oh, don't know how to use a tool, but got a tool charger last week to go with the tools purchased 2 years ago. Okay. That might change soon here. Let me see. Guava. Who just said guava? I'm going to give you a guava too. Regina Kelly. Guava. They saying guava, ask guys. Guava, guava, guava. Let me see. Yeah, Morris Bowie Jr. You could charge with 2 bricks. And here's the reason I don't have that second brick is because everybody is out of it. I want the 2 bricks for just in case. Let me see. Let me see. My new Blue Eddy EB70 with 2 100-watt panels, rock pals, portable pals. Okay, well, let's just get right into this right here. Whoa, I'm way behind. I'm so behind. What do you suggest to power sump pumps in an emergency? For your sump pump, what you need to do, you need to see how many watts is on your sump pump. That's the only way I can make a determination. That's the only way you can make a determination. Don't just go in to buy. For me telling you what do you need for your sump pump, I don't know how big your sump pump is. And for me to suggest anything like that, I would totally just be shooting in the dark. You don't want to do that. You have to find out. I told you, either get a kilowatt meter or look on the label on your sump pump, which if it's submerged, is probably underwater and the label is probably gone. So you may need a kilowatt meter. All right. The one thing I'd say about panels, I have seen some pretty good reviews on the sun solar cells with cloudy weather. Do I like the AC200? If you are talking to me, I'm so in love with this that I sit here most of my day. I need to stop it because I sit and stare at this. The sun going in, the power going out, the percentages. I keep going out there tinkering with the panels. Who else do that right now? Don't lie to me. You keep looking at your screen. I know I can get about 30% more of power if I just shifted about 2 degrees towards the sun. The sun is, what is it? You looking at the time of day, you like, okay, it's about 2 o'clock. I knew I should have moved them by 2 degrees. Don't even lie to me, y'all. Don't lie to me because let me calm down, because if you as excited as I am, I promise you, I need to stop it. I need to stop because I'm constantly like, I'm looking at, I feel like I'm on the bridge of the Star Trek Enterprise, right? And I'm sitting here at 2%, Captain. We're losing power. Scotty, shift the panel 40%, and I'm sitting here, I'm like a kid right now. We're taking a blow. There's clouds, Captain. And then they do the whole rocking like the clouds is getting them. That's how I feel sitting here. I'm working, right? And at the same time, I keep looking back at this. Keep looking back. Scotty, more power. Now we need more power. Boy, I'll be sitting here clowning. It's addictive. You know why it's addictive? It's addictive because the realization of how much power that you're wasting, like once all of this is full, you like, it's only 2 o'clock and I got 100% on everything. So from 2 o'clock all the way down to 6 o'clock, that energy is just going back up into the sky. Ooh, it messed with your head. So the question was, do I like the AC 200p? I'm in love with these two. Okay? Y'all know the song by T-Pain. I'm in love with her. Okay? I'm in love with that mug right there. I'm in love so much, I'm going to get another one. I know everybody is going to get that the AC 500 to 5,000 water, and the new one, the 200 max, is going to be able to, you know, add power sources on here. It's going to be expandable, but I'm going to need two to go somewhere else. I Not in my house. Let's just put it like that. I'm going to have one at another location. Yeah, I'm in love with power. Y'all fooling. Y'all fooling. You know why I'm whispering. You know why I'm whispering. AC 200 charges. Where can I get it, and how much will it cost? You got to do your research on that. The charger, you got to do your research and find it, because I can't find it. I've been to the website and everything, and every time I go, they sold out. Let me see. I know. Oh, I missed something. Gardner Twitty. Hey, Gardner Twitty. Say, hey, Led. Hey, y'all. I'm in the house, Northeast Texas. You should get a transfer switch for the house. No, I've thought about that, but no. Because I don't plan on using everything in my house. Whatever I need my stuff for is going to be in that central location. I have no reason to be trying to run my AC unit for my whole house and all of that. That's, to me, unnecessary in an emergency. No, it's not. Listen, a Shay 77, it's not that I'm addicted to Blue Eddy. Listen, I'm gonna just say this: quality is quality. That's why it ain't Blue Eddy. It's what they have, everything I need. Some people love Jackery and they like Jackery fans. Some people are EcoFlow River fans. This has everything I need. That's what I need you to understand. Go with what you need. Don't go with what everybody else is talking about. Okay? Before I got this, did not tell y'all everything I need, my wish list. This has my wish list almost down to a T. It said a transfer switch, you could designate what you want. I think that's unnecessary. If you want a transfer switch on your house, go for it. I just think that's totally, utterly unnecessary. Because I'm not going to be running to hit a transfer switch to cut on what? My deep freeze, my refrigerator, what? Why, when I got it sitting right here and I could just plug my refrigerator and deep freeze right into it? Because I don't plan on trying to power. That's too complicated. In an emergency, you ain't going to be doing all of that. I'm not anyway. A transfer switch is what determines how much you can run in your house. Yeah, like I said, I have no intentions on doing that. Cause all I'm trying to keep powered up when the poop hit the boot is everything's gonna keep me surviving. I don't care about the dishwasher, sink, none of that. None of that. You can pick everything up here and take it wherever you need it to go. I even if I could run the entire house, Leslie, I don't even want to. I wouldn't even want to. Say, Jackery, would you do well to revamp their lineup based on the Jackery 300 feature set? Would you do well? I don't understand your question, Joe Tyson. Led, my AC 200 was supposed to be here yesterday and it's delayed. My nerves are bad. Trust me, mine was too. Don't feel bad. Mine was delayed for 2 days. And trust me, I was pooping in my pantaloons like, yo, I kept on looking up the tracking number on 3 different sites. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I understand your nerve being bad. It takes longer with extension cords, solar and wind. What are you saying? Solar and wind, South Texas. What takes longer with extension cord? That's what I like when you need to go. Right. My husband designed ours to run the entire home. Joe Tyson, you're right, but what I realize is that some people aren't as picky. If you only had the Jackery 500, what would you get next, gas or EB70? Ooh, that is a kick in the goodie bag. Ooh, that's a good question. If I only had the Jackery 500 right now, what would I get? Would I get gas or would I go for another solar power generator? I would get my Honda. I would get my gas Honda because I deeply, truly, deeply feel that you need as many different sources of backup as possible. I don't solely depend on solar, just like I solely don't depend on gasoline. You see what happened a month or so ago with the gasoline? It's no different. Like now, it's dark. It's been storming for the last 2 days. It's no different. Cloudy days, you ain't gonna get these up and running like you need them to be. So, if need be, and I'm gonna release that video as well. You can cut your gas generator on, cut on your Honda or whatever kind of gas generator you have, and you can charge all of your solar devices just like you plug them in the wall. I get that question a lot, and I never get a chance to really answer it. But you can cut your gas generator on and charge all of this stuff up just like you would if you plugged it into the wall. So see what I'm saying? When your solar power is down and out, you can recharge it from gas, propane, I'm gonna say combustible generator. So the ice storm we had here in North Texas helped me get on the solar energy game. The no heat for a week stop you from procrastinating. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Derek. Let me see. Masami says, I store gasoline and propane, and I have a wind turbine too. Okay. What you creeping around here for? You got a wind turbine. Joe tried. Gas will run out. The sun will be there, obstructed by clouds possibly, but it will be back. True, true. But so will fuel. You know, you just don't have to go with gasoline. Like my Honda, I purchased a splitter. I just haven't put it on yet, a propane splitter. Here's the difference with gas versus solar, because I've been doing this for years. Gas versus solar. You're depending, when it comes to gasoline, I know solar isn't as, what's the word for it? It doesn't last as long as combustible generators, okay? But this is where solar scores a point higher than gasoline to me. Solar scores a point higher than gasoline because you can charge this from a combustible generator, but it can't go the other way around. You can't do anything to fuel your combustible generator from the solar generator. See how that works? So that's a plus. The other plus is with a solar generator, you're not depending on, heard sirens, that's rare. With a solar generator, you're not depending on somebody else to feed your generator, which is the gas station. You're only depending on yourself and your solar panels. You're not depending on whether their lights are up or their power is up, or their pumps on or their pumps off. Like my friend said a minute ago, it's cloudy, but the clouds are going to move. You do have you got some hope. The sun will be out, even if it's a little bit. But if all the gas stations is down, you are screwed. And we just saw that a month ago. Gas stations is out of gas, you're done. There's nothing you'll be able to do with your combustible generator. I mean, there are, but I don't want to talk about that at this very moment because I don't know if it's even legal. Yes, both are good to have, Brett. Where can I find info to set up a solar system? What do you mean? Led, how about your communications? What about them, Kathleen? When you say what about my communications, what do you mean? Please tell me a little bit better what you're talking about. I would like to elaborate. Solar generator I can keep in the house. Heck, that's another one. Super quiet. Yes, you can keep in the house, and don't have to run outside. That's hard because people can steal. Very true. But even with solar, they can steal your panels too. But you will still have this. They steal your gas generator. That's a wrap. It's nothing else you could do. If they steal your panels is just gone. So I'm going to give solar, even though it's a tough race, y'all, but I'm going to give it to, now this solar has stepped up technology. I'm going to give those points to solar because if you look back on my older videos, I gave the points to gas. The way this new technology is, I'm giving all them points to solar. I would buy a solar generator first before I bought a gas generator. That used to be the other way around for me. Ashay say, get what you need and what's necessary, what's popular because it can be obsessive and expensive. That's right. Communications. Everyone check out the app. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take that down because man, them apps they kind of knock us for that. Jackson Journal. When sometimes when y'all ask me about the EMPs attacks, I don't know if you trolling or not because that happens. A lot of people ask that question, and if you're talking about something like that, that's something number one you really need to do research on, and that's one of the things, in my opinion, you can do nothing about. You can protect everything you want to protect, but it's still going to be rendered useless. You can't go wrapping foil around your house, your car, your cell phone. You'll be walking around looking like doggone burrito. It's no reason to do that. I don't get into the EMP attacks. I don't get into solar flares, EMP attacks, none of that. None of that. I don't bother with it. And I don't know if that, question, can I use a mix of solar and wind to charge my Blue Eddy? I don't know. I don't know what Blue Eddy you're talking about. And if you have wind power turbine, you need to see how many watts is bringing in. It makes no difference whether you're charging with wind, water, or solar. Can your device bring in all of those doggone sources of energy at one time? Number one. Number two, how many watts input can you do whatever device you got? All of that counts. So I couldn't answer that at all. If your generator is outside, I thought of tying a bell to the generator, but still not safe. Tying a bell to it. What? What is the name of the solar generator you have behind you? This is the AC 200p. This is the Blue Eddy EB70, and this is the Blue Eddy AC 150. All of this is Blue Eddy, and the Jackery is sitting here. The Jackery got everything plugged up to it, as you can see. Let me see. Say, it took me 6 months before I became comfortable with high voltage. You need to really understand how things work before you do anything like that. That's true. Derek said, I hope people are getting themselves in shape if they need to be on the move. Being in shape is important. True. RWR, EMP doctor on. I'm gonna take that down, okay? I'm gonna take that down. I don't want to deal with that EMP stuff, please, cause that to me, that's ridiculous. I promise you. When people start talking about EPM, you know that solar flares and all that stuff, man. That start getting into the hey, let's dig a bunker and put a school bus under the ground and live in it type of thing. To me, that's when it done went too far for me. Lead AC 200 Blue Eddy is on Amazon. I don't know what that means. Hey, Talk Truth. So what is the model number for your Honda gas generator? It's the Honda EU. E is in Eddie. U is in Use 2200i. And it's the truth. If something like that happens, you're going to have a worse problems than trying to use the generator. If something like a solar flare or EMP, if that stuff happens, if you have no skills, if you don't know how to find water, if you do not know how to, if you're out of shape and you cannot walk a fair distance to get out of a situation, if you don't know how to start a fire, if you do not know how to build a shelter, if you do not know how to stay warm, if you don't know how to do that stuff, none of this is going to help you. I'm going to say this, and this is from me, this is my own opinion. Do not fully rely on this. You don't rely on 100% technology, rely on your skills. That's number one. See, we rely on this stuff too much because it's easy. It's easy to use. It's easy to plug in and make something happen. It's hard to start a fire. It's hard to find water. It's hard to walk a long distance. But that's the reality of the game. If something really happened, I'm not thinking about none of that nonsense. Like, oh, my car won't work. Yep. You want to know something? I got 3 bicycles in that garage, and they take up tons of space. But I keep a bicycle and I keep them on point for a reason. Because some of this stuff, if something pop off, you got to go back to the old school, walking and bicycling. Forget your car, forget golf carts and all that other nonsense. I'm not thinking about that stuff. It just makes things easier. Lead, the battery for the AC 200 Blue Eddy is on Amazon. It is right now. Don't tell me that. Give me 2 ticks. Don't tell me that. Because I've been looking for it. The charger, that's what you meant. AC 2, you got me fiending. There it go. Look, that was my number. I can't show you everything, but that was my number 1 pick. I've been looking for it every single day. Nope, I don't see it. Send me a link like right now. You talking about the APINTV? No, that ain't it. Send me something because I don't see it and I needs it. It's the precious. Is the Honda relatively quiet? Yes, it's very quiet. I got a video I did like 3 or 4 months ago. Ooh. I'm gonna tell you this. The charger brick for the Blue Eddy might make a little less noise than that doggone Honda. The Honda be sitting right here. You can't hear it. I'm gonna do another video on my gas generator. I watched a man in England teach people how to build tiny house by using wood pallets. It came out nice. Okay. We sent entire companies of men into war on bikes back in the day. Right, very true. I have an Expert Power Alpha 1900 power station combo, 1886 watt hour solar generator. What do you think of this? I've never even heard of it, never in my life. So I can't speak on it. Kathleen, I asked you a question earlier. I can't remember what it was. It was you was asking me something, and I couldn't find you no more. It's on Amazon with solar power bundles. Solar power bundle. Please be more specific, because you see I'm hurting. I'm fainting. Solar power bundles. It's just you can buy. Listen, Thunder. I don't want to talk about EPM, EP, none of that, no more. Please, that's werewolf talk to me. That is vampire talk. Let's leave that. If y'all want to know about EMPs, it's other people that love to talk about that stuff. I don't want to talk about that because that's going down that alley with all garbage juice and all that other stuff going on. I don't want werewolves. Yeah, Kathleen Logan. Yes, you. You asked me something earlier, and I forgot what it was. I was trying to answer you. That's not a terrible price for a solar and wind in the house. Okay. I'm trying to get to the precious. I needs it. They sent me a notice, but my EB70 was on its way. Should be here next week. Good. Still waters. I know. Yes, I'm telling you. Listen, family. I like to stay prepared, and I will say I'm a prepper. But I promise you, I don't get into that nonsense stuff. That type stuff to me, like once you start talking about that, then you start talking about blocking out the sun. They trying to block out the sun. All that nonsense. I'm not down with that stuff at all. Say lead farm 73. I can't find anything on Amazon about that battery or that charger. Me either. That's why I stopped. So let me see. Joe, you linked it. If you look, email Joe, email me that. Email me that. I have expert power alpha 1900 station generator. What do you? I answered that already. Lead need the adapter that works with the HST50 panel to the Go Power Plus. I linked that in that last video. Oh, yeah, I linked that in that last video. I'm going to do my best to try to. Right. T. Washington said, can we then at least talk about chupacabras? I know, man. That's what, see which way it start going? That's which way I don't like talking about that stuff, man. I'm not saying it don't exist, because it does. But the fact that people think that what they're going to do in the aftermath of such a thing, that's where I don't want to. And if you don't, right, somebody said ancient aliens, right, once it start going down that path, I'm good, son. You know, you should be doing your research. If you're so interested in things that's so catastrophic, you should truly not be asking Lead Farmer 73 things like that. You need to be talking to, thank you, Joe Trott, I just got it. You need to be talking to professionals. You need to be Googling. You need to be doing your research. You need to be opening books. You need to be doing that. Not coming on YouTube asking Lead Farmer 73 about EMP attacks and stuff and solar flares and stuff. Not me. Look, I'm drinking out of a freaking panda bear. Do you really want to ask me something that serious? Really, that's why I don't mess with it. I'm drinking out of a panda bear. That's why I don't do that, man. I'm not the guy to answer that question at all. I'm just saying, okay? When you about to ask somebody a question like that, what do you think about all of this? And right while you asking me I do this, if I start answering you, you should click off. Well, in my opinion, what you should do, I would hunker down and wrap my body in foil. Don't forget the hot sauce. Just click off. Clearly, I'm not the guy to ask that kind of question. Check on the precious. I'm gonna go to this link my friend just sent me. I'm in here right now. I want to show you, but I can't. I hope this is the charger, bruh. This ain't to your Cash App, is it? Cause don't let me see. How the heck did y'all find this? I'm trying to make sure I don't got none of my information in here. Yeah, it's real for everybody. It's actually real. Joe Trot just sent me the link. And don't ask me what that $1,600 is in my cart. Oh, everybody, thank you, Anthony Gilbert. That's exactly, okay. That is now purchased. What's in my cart? That's all I need to know. So I'll purchase that as soon as I'm done with this in a couple of seconds. Let me see. Hey, Gigi's Natural. I told you I'm a mess. Bundle price. That's the bundle price for that was the I lost it. I lost it that fast. Okay. When it say the bundle price, mine just say the Blue 8500 watt adapter charger, 58.8 volts, 8.5 amps with okay, because it comes with the XT90 cable and okay. That's a wrap. I gotta have that. That's definitely in my cart. Cardi say people acting crazy over a mug. I still can't with that. Whoo! You know, when folks don't really like you or whatever, and they can't, you ain't doing nothing to them. They gotta find something they don't like about you. And if all they can find is all you can find on me is my mug, then I made them feel a little better so they can stop. Maybe they can get some sleep now. Anyone know about Rock Pals? Ask Ive. Ask Ive has a Rock Pals generator. You can ask him. I don't have one yet. Liz, show it on the screen again slowly. Show what on the screen again? You gotta say your words right now. You're gonna get me in some trouble. Show it on the screen slowly. You gotta say your words right. Okay? Put it on the glass. Take it easy. As Guy says, Rock Pals is a good budget item. Catch them on sale, but they can be a little janky. Little janky, but they get the job done. Yeah, I know when I hear stuff like that, I'd be like, because y'all don't get a chance to see what I see, and you don't know exactly what I see sometimes. Some of these emails, they ain't talking about the garden sometimes. Your purchase, man. What purchase? See? You got to tell me. Are you talking about this? Leading Lady 219? She said, your purchase, man. Okay, we got to clear stuff up. You know, we be having a lot of people watching it. Like, ooh, Lady Leg she gonna get you. Bob said, hey, Led, I saw the video about you and said how much you made on YouTube, but I didn't watch it. You can watch it because it's wrong. And listen, I reported the first one that said how much I make on YouTube. I reported that video, and there's about 10 more of them, and all of them say different prices. Those are people that they're just making they're trying to make content off of somebody else's content. And here's the thing, if I had the time, I could get them all. It's not even real. Right. What they're saying on there ain't even real. The math ain't real or anything. So I can't stop them all. It's like trolls in here. You can just keep on clicking them. You can keep collecting them like damn Pokemon cards, but you can't get rid of all of them. So don't even knock yourself out and watch the video. It's so wrong. I wish I did make that much money on YouTube. One say I make one amount, the other one say I make another amount, the other one say I'm gonna make another amount. All of them is just, it's ridiculous. That's people, those are trolls. Look, they even got like, I'm on one of the videos with like Miley Cyrus. You got Lair Farmer 73 next to Miley Cyrus and next to the, man, cut it out. So I don't, those are people making content off of somebody else. Let me see what you purchased. Okay. What you purchased that Joe Trot sent me the link on. Linda, that was the another, I can show you right here actually. Right here. That was the other brick adapter for this. What this is, you can plug in 2 of these at one time. The precious. So you can bring in 800 watts. 800, I'm sorry, take that back. 700 watts at one time with this. That's why it is so fast charging. I'm going to allow somebody put the, Joe Trot, put the link up and I'm going to watch for it and I'm going to allow it, okay? Put the link up for this brick in the purchase. Thank you, Monique King. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Thank you, Monique King 5. Thank you, Monique. And should I get one? I can't tell you what you should get. I like this because again, the faster you charge your power device, trust me, you're gonna love it. That fast charging, that means a lot. Especially when a storm is coming. Did you see my video when the storm hit us and knocked our lights out? Okay. I was just about to plug this in, like, okay, that's enough sunlight. I need to get the power. I need to get everything at 100%. Yeah. Definitely, I would. You see, I just bought that in y'all face right now because I've been looking for that. Good looking out because I could not find it. Charger is available on. Okay, they must have just replenished everything. I got the AC200 with 2 Renogy Mono 100 panels and 2 Rich Solar Poly 100 watt panels. Okay. Who knew 1501? It's called a power brick. We pay to take class for all kinds of things. Instructors get paid, and what's the issue? If your time, why not compensation? We take your words and buy what's linked. So, no, it's no problem. It's no problem at all. It's just when you put links up like that, when you put in a link or it's certain words, the YouTube kicks out. Or they'll strike me for it. And that's why I'm always, you see me keep touching the screen constantly. Sometimes you'll keep seeing me do this because of certain words that if YouTube don't catch it, I gotta catch it. Or certain links and stuff like that. Lisa says propane generator with a 1,000 gas tank, a 1,000 gallon tank. Wow. Made payments, interest, and emergency. I would turn off the generator and use propane stove, propane heater, both run on electric. Oh, wow. Lisa, you ain't joking. I would then turn on once a day to well pump, shower, flush, fill containers of water, Back up. Okay, you sound like you ready for the world. Oh, Sheila. Folks, folks just jealous. No, it ain't jealousy on that. That's not jealousy. That's just somebody just trying to cheat to come up. That's all. If they see somebody that's moving and they like, I'm going to, instead of me coming up with my own content, I'm going to take their content and use it against them so I can get, you know what I'm saying, some people viewing, because people nosy. Now, one video got a few hundred people, so a few hundred people think I make all that money, and I wish I did. I don't. That's where they're going to get their views from nosy ass people. We're sending power, and let me tell you, I ain't gonna say that because I don't want to be offensive. We're sending back power, Georgia power, to those folks. 13 megawatts of power. I don't know what you mean, Leocean. What you mean by that? Okay, Anthony Gilbert said, I don't like the Rock Pals 330W. DC plug is not regulated, so it'll shut off my 12-volt fridge once it dips below 60% power. The 100-watt folding panels are good, though. Overall, it's a good power supply. Thank you for that, because everybody is wondering about the Rock Pals. Blue Eddie, how long did it take to charge? It all with the power brick. I just need you to do the math. Don't ask me like how long it took me. Just listen. The power brick bringing in about 432 watts. When I'm using this is 432 watts that's going in pretty constantly, right? 2,000 watt generator. So how many fours going? How many 400s can you get in 2,000? So you looking at roughly what was it? 4 hours, maybe 5 hours, right? So if you got 2 of these joints right here, now remember, it can only bring in 700 watts, so it's going to regulate this to 700 watts input. So if you're constantly getting 700 watts going in there, and you got 2,000 watts, it's going to take you about a little under 3 hours to charge that. Okay? And that's pretty much what I be doing when I'm running my solar panels. I'm bringing in 300 watts. With the power brick, I'm bringing in 400 watts. So I'm getting that 700 watts. It be charged just like that. You eat breakfast, you about done with your coffee and stuff. I'm telling you, it's almost at 100%. Let me see. Dale Washington, hey, lead. I have a Jackery 1000 and 2 normal 50-watt solar panels. And the manual mentioned not to use on lithium battery. Whew. And I believe that is in the Jackery thoughts. I'm gonna just say this about the Jackery 1000. I had it about a month ago. And I'm gonna say this about the Jackery 1000. I don't have it anymore. That's my way of not bad-mouthing people. I had the Jackery 1000. Everybody's seen it. I unboxed it right here. And now I don't. I replaced that Jackery 1000 with this. Do I charge my phone or computer with that? I charge. The only reason this ain't, no, you don't see nothing plugged into this right now, is because we got another storm coming and I'm trying to conserve my power. I'm at 92%. I'm trying to conserve it. But I've been using these, all my little baby ones, my little backups. And as you can see, everything is plugged into the EB70. You see that? Everything. Here go the solar power wire coming in. I got the Go Power Plus charging from it. And this is running my deep freeze over here. My deep freezer is running off of this. So right now, the deep freezer ain't really saying a word, so it's only pulling 16 watts until that compressor come on. How is the Jackery 240? I heard you can't lose with the Jackery 240. But again, I'm gonna say this. It depends on what you're trying to power. I wouldn't, me personally, now I know what I know. If I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't get anything under 500 watts of power. Hey, Maria Jackson, I wouldn't get anything under 500 watts of power. I just wouldn't do it. I would do stuff like getting little things like this, 100 watts, 200 watts, stuff like that, after I get the hard hitters. Once I get the hard hitters, then I'll start using everything else for just storage, power storage. What you need a link to, Diamond Collins? Hey, TLC in the garden. How you doing tonight? Hey, Grammy Ya, how you doing tonight? I know you ready in that house. I know you are. Karen Loudon, why you're super prepared. But see, this ain't new for me. I've been doing this a long time, but Frugal Nurse Homestead, she kicked me in the pants about new mobile solar. Because I was telling her, oh, I heard about that years ago. It was horrible. And if it wasn't horrible, it was so expensive and out of a normal person's price range, it wasn't even worth looking at. If I can remember correctly, I'm going to say about a good 10 years ago, I think the only real true solar power mobile setup, I want to say was Yeti, because they used to sell it at Sportsman's Warehouse down here in South Carolina. And that thing was a fortune. I think it was like, at the time, over $5,000. And they had these big, giant, big, rigid panels that you supposed to, was on this little dolly and everything. I was like, I could be wrong of the brand. I'm almost positive it was Yeti, though. If anybody know what I'm talking about from about 10 years ago, hey, there go Frugal Nurse Homestead right there. This lady right here single-handedly turned me on to the mobile solar generators, because all I did was in-house. Once you remember Frugal Nurse, all I did was in-house solar and gas. When you was like, Led, you gotta see this, you gotta see this. I'm like, I'm not interested in that crap. I even think I said it in the video. You emailed me and I started looking into this like, then I watched your video like, I'm waiting for her to say something bad in that video. She never said nothing bad. It was all straight facts. I'm like, ooh, that's worth looking into. So you wasn't wrong. That's all I can say. You wasn't wrong so much. You see what you done did to me. Frugal Nurse Homestead, this is all you're doing. So when Lady Led get mad at me, I'm gonna say, you know, Frugal Nurse did this. That it wasn't me. That's right, Angela Baker. Sapphire 1961 said, Led, I'm looking for the 100 watt panels for the EB70. How many of those can an EB70 run? This is my first unit. Good question. I'm going to tell you what I run. I run two 100 watt either Rich Solar or Renogy solar panels in parallel. And with both of those panels, right now I got the Renogy solar panels, two Renogy solar panels in parallel. And the highest that I've seen them pull is 147 watts, 147 watts on a good day. So I hope that helped. Yeah, thank you, Frugal Nurse Homestead, because you done turned us all into monsters. This is your doing. Can you share tips on how you run your cords through your window? There is really no tips. This is some hood stuff that I did from back in the day, and it just happened to still work. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna show you something I do. I can show you right now. It's no real tip, and it don't look beautiful, and it's not supposed to. Until I start drilling holes and know exactly where I want this done. I got my wires going through this. My window is open, right? But it's screwed shut. It's screwed shut at the top. Now there's some ghetto stuff, okay? So I'm trying to make it look the best I can. There's only so much you can do. But down here, what you see right here is the pipe insulation for your water pipes. And I kid you not, what I found was cheaper because this was like $5 or something. But you know what I found that was cheaper, that was thicker and better? A swimming pool noodle. So I took a swimming pool noodle and you slice it right down the middle, okay, like a burrito, like a chili dog, and you wrap this around underneath your window sill like this, and look what it becomes. A seal. These noodles is like 8 feet long and they cost $1 at the dollar store. That was about 8 feet long and it cost $5. Do the math. It didn't take me much. I didn't want the bright pink one with the polka dots and stuff. I did the best I could do. Now at the top of the window, let me bring you over here. At the top of the window, all I did was, I'm trying to see if I got any more. Cut this side and cut this in half. So you only got half of this. And then you jam that down in this crack at the top. Let me bring you up here so you can really see it. See this down here? You jam that down here so the bugs don't get in. Nobody can see none of this stuff inside or outside. I know it's hood, and then, you know, I got my window screwed so nobody can lift the windows up. So I know it's hood. Woo! I just dipped you. Dip, baby, dip. But right now, that's super temporary. Don't go making no permanent drill holes and everything in your windows. Okay, because that's not where you're going to end up ultimately. The more you play with your solar setups, I know hood always work. No matter what, listen, we've been out the hood for a long time, but all my hood technology always helps us out in our new life. All our hood technology, our hood tech. That's what I ought to call them. You got hobo tech, I ought to call myself hood tech. Because my hood tech kicks in every day in my household and in my life. You can't forget that stuff, okay? So don't get it twisted with that. Your hood tech innovations. Yeah, hood tech innovations. Yeah, that pops off. You said cut broomsticks to keep the window down? I got the window screwed and broomed. What you talking about? I turned that window sill into a wicked witch. You see that right there? Whole broomstick. Hood Tech Innovations. That's my company. Hood Tech Innovations. That's a hood security system. You understand? But see, once I've done that, and see, I've been on both sides of the fence. I told you this before, okay? The reason the broomstick wasn't good enough because if somebody quickly popped that window and moved that stick, they can open it up. So that's when you put the screw in there, they can't open it then because that window won't come up past that screw. Hood Tech Innovations. CEO led Farmer 73. So, there you go. So that's this, your swimming pool noodles is just, and you know they everywhere. That's a temporary situation so you don't let your air out and you don't let flies in your house. Okay? Just look, I know I ain't right, but I ain't wrong, right? Yeah, forget. Somebody said forget ADT. Psh, Hood Tech Innovation. What is that? HTI. That's a T-shirt. That is a T-shirt. HTI Security Systems. Hood Tech Innovations. Oh my. Amen. Hey. Oh man, that's a T-shirt. I want to make that tonight. Hood Tech Innovations. That is going to happen tonight. That's a T-shirt. Yes, Lord. Yes, HTI. Your smile. You're being filmed by HTI Security Systems. Hood Tech Innovations. The more you can do for yourself, the less you have to rely on others. That's right. HTI, Type Flight Security. Top Flight ain't got nothing on HTI. Top Flight ain't got nothing on HTI, son. Hey, who was that just popped in? Hey, Mary Finch, how you doing tonight? Say, coming in the greenhouse lounge sideways. You came in the back door, didn't you? Victory begins in the garden. That is your backup channel. Do it tonight. No, I ain't gonna make no another channel. HTI, that is so dope. I like that. Woo. Blink cameras in the trees coming. Man, who you telling? So, I ain't gonna keep y'all all night. I just felt like having a good time. That's all right. What are the negatives? Good question. I'm glad I seen that. All right, this is a gumbo show. We're going to at least go an hour and a half. What are the negatives of the EB70? There is no dedicated power button. I'm going to zoom down on that because I do have some negatives. I love this thing, but it's a couple of things that's so stupid on there that I'm like, oh, somebody must have missed a day at work. And then they was like, did you get done with that? Oh, yes, sir. I did it. This is the dumbest thing on this whole thing. This light is the dumbest thing on this whole freaking thing. They should just get rid of it. I like the light, but that need to been on the side somewhere. Because every time you accidentally touch this button when you plugging something in right here, you're going to cut this stupid thing on. And if you just trying to see the screen light up, don't touch that because you're going to accidentally do that every time. And then it take a million hits to cut it off. Look, it's still sending out SOS for its own self. That's dumb. That's dumb. Another HTI innovation is putting some electrical tape over that button. Putting some duct tape over this whole thing. You ever get a used car and you didn't know that your engine was running hot because somebody put some black electrical tape over that part of the dash? you never seen it said you never seen that it's running hot. You never seen it said engine maintenance warning light. None of that, because they slickly put that crispy electrical tape over that because they got tired of that. You never knew you about to run out of gas because they put that electrical tape over that little light up gas symbol because they got tired of seeing it. They know they ain't going to put in but $1.50 worth of gas. I'm not taking this car to the shop. And I don't care if it run hot. I'm going to just keep throwing water in there. I ain't even putting coolant in it. I'm throwing in water from the pond at that. Now, back to the game. The second thing that I do not like about this is how quick this screen cuts off. You got to keep touching all of these power buttons to cut the screen on to see what's going on. And you might, and I've done it so many times, you want to check it real quick, don't touch the light. But look, the screen cut off in a heartbeat, but now it's not doing it. But any other time, this stupid thing it'll come on, but like before you can read it, it cut off. Number two, that light is so little that you don't know if your power is on or off. You won't know if you cut your power off by accident unless you go in your deep freeze and everything is thawed out. This is stupid. That is, the light cut off too soon, and having to touch these buttons to check the screen is just the dumbest on the block. That's all I got. Um, and of course the loud power brick, but I don't use the power bricks that much. So that's all I got on that. Other than that, I love it. Say, yes, it is very annoying. Makes me mad. They could have done much better. That all they needed was one dedicated power button. You know, that was a cop out to me. That was a total fail. I love it, but I'm telling you, trying to check your equipment. Now, let me check it again now that I cut that off. Let me see if it'll do it now. Let me just check it. I'm just checking it because the power is off on this one. Maybe it's not going off as fast because I got so many things plugged into it. I don't know. But usually, if anybody has the EB70, you know that screen will go off like that before you can even read it. Hey, Lion Crest Outdoors, what's up, brother? When you go check the screen, I accidentally shut off the EB70 every time. It is annoying. Yes, it is annoying. They need to do better than that. You got to make sure once you check your screen, then check your devices, make sure it's running. I kid you not. Matter of fact, okay, I got a green light. I had to make sure I didn't cut nothing off. 20 seconds or less, I think it's even less than, like 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Does the AC200 have the same issues? No, none of that. And the power brick is way quieter. The power brick is way quieter than that. I forgot how many watts, but I think like 2 or 3 for the little lights. Yeah, you want to make sure you cut those little lights out. I tested my EB70 on my 47-inch LED TV today. Lasted 2 hours. What would be better on a smaller TV? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to power my television set at all. I look at it like this. If I need to see and look at information or just, I would rather watch something on my cell phone, my iPad, or my laptop before I want to sit back and enjoy a big 50-inch screen TV with my power bank. If I want to watch something that bad, I just watch it on my laptop or something. Take way less energy to do that. Right, you was with me. Victory Begins. Yeah, watch it on your computer. Let me see. Say, Tip. I can't say her name. I'll butcher it. But hello, led. Off topic. I reordered the Go Power Plus twice, and I can't get it to charge past 88% or get light to work. If you're having problems to Go Power Plus, let it go. Because if you paid too much money, you probably paid close to $100 for it. Once you up in the range of paying $100 for it, you really need to be looking into other things like maybe a Rock Pals or maybe a Eco Flow River. Things that fairly in that neighborhood. This is not the holy grail of generators. Just send that last one back and let it stay there. This is a good generator. But the trouble that you going through with yours, just let it go. It's not, that one may not be for you. Ession Family, what's up, Sapper? Ession Family Guard in the house. Says the iPad is the first thing charged in emergencies for information. That's mine. Look, I don't go nowhere without this. I done tore this thing all to hell, and this is my everything. This is my go-to for everything. My laptop is next. So it's my cell phone laptop. And that's just how we do it around here. is that what? That is the temperature on the Go Power. I thought the same thing. Oh, they're looking at the temperature. I don't know. Like this, is you're talking about, let me unplug this. Are you talking about this? Or is you talking about this? If this is how much power you got, this is just the temperature of this thing. It even got Fahrenheit or Celsius on the side of it, so you might want to check that out. Environmental Coffee House says CPAP. Everything I have runs a CPAP, but the question is for how long? I got 10 hours of TV out of the 150. And again, all of your equipment depends on, is it up to date? Is it updated? Is it energy saving technology in it? All of that stuff counts, family. If you got your old grandmama's old deep freezer from 1902 and you trying to charge this stuff, yeah, it might not work on half this stuff. It ain't gonna work, okay? But if you got an updated, more newer deep freezer or the Bouge RV free refrigerator freezer, things of that nature, updated equipment, updated appliances, this stuff, a lot of it, they're making standard energy efficient. So that's why some people say mine run just fine. Energy efficient TV, that Energy Star, that's important on the appliances nowadays. So you get the 12-volt refrigerator freezer next. Ooh, I got something to show you too. Hey Lily, how you doing? Makes sense to have a tablet for media. If your laptops or other devices can use 12-volt DC instead of AC power supply, that's very true. The one thing I started with the kilowatt meter so you know what you need. There you go, Victory. Thank you for that. That kilowatt meter is the truth. That's going to tell you everything you need to know. Okay? So, we good, Lily, over here. Renee BJ is the EcoMax a good buy. That you got to ask my brother, Ask Ive. Because I do not have any EcoFlow devices whatsoever. I don't have any. So, you in there, babe? Watch your back. I have the EcoFlow River plus the battery, but don't use it enough to say much. Let me see. Y'all gonna blow my spot up. All right, AM. Let me see. I have an EcoFlow River Max using it right now. And right now you can even hear the fan on the Jackery 500. Hear it. This is the quiet one. That's not bad at all. That Jackery 1000, I thought a helicopter was landing on the roof. The Jackery 1000 fan was so loud. I'm like, that can't be real. Maybe it's because it's new. The Jackery 1000 was like, whoa. Man, I'm telling you. I was ready to grab some holy water and some wooden stakes because I didn't know what was coming through the window. But that was the Jackery 1000 making all that howling noise. Oh my goodness. Silver bullets. I was getting everything in order. Because it sounds like a monster. The fans on the Jackery 1000, they know they missed the mark on that. I promise you with that Jackery, people with the Jackery 1000, you know when the fans kick on that Jackery 1000 and they always on, you start looking around like, it's that noise that blocks out your awareness alert. Like that noise that you try to drown out so bad out of your brain. And if somebody's sneaking up on you, you doing so much with your brain trying to shut that up. You don't even know nobody's sneaking up on you. That Jackery 1000 to me had to go. And it did not perform like I wanted it to perform at all. At all. Everything to me, I was deeply saddened by it. Brett, mine is on the Harbor Freight little flat cart. Let me see. I'm saying, I got a question for everybody. Them solar lights are great. Yeah, I got them right here too. I have a question for everybody. Everybody keep talking about Harbor Freight solar panels. They said Harbor Freight came out with new solar panels. I haven't been up there to see them. I want to know why. Yeah, the tonight is kind of noise. Yes. You have Harbor Freight solar panels. I'm talking about this new solar panel they're supposed to have, this new 100-watt solar panel. Anybody got that? How you doing, Legina? How you doing tonight? Diana said, are all solar panels universal for the most part? If they aren't universal, you can switch them up and add an adapter to make them so, yes. Ask Ive say, yeah, Harbor Freight panels, I don't like them because they have the SAE connector and not the MC4. But is that the only problem? Because I bought adapters that work on that, Ive. Is that it? GG Natural, you got it? You got one too? Say, Rhonda say, I know I missed it. Dang. Me, Figaro. Woo! And what's going on with my throat hole? Me. Follow my dirba. Follow my la. La 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 la. Good God. Choking on my own juices. Listen, I know that sound crazy, but when you got something jammed right here, sing that song and watch it come up. Sing that song that Tom and Jerry was singing back in the day. Fa la la la. It come out. I know you don't want to do it. Go somewhere in a closet and sing it or something. But it works. It works better than keep saying. Then people think you got it, right? If you keep doing that, people think you the one that got it. You patient zero. No. Just in you in a store and you got a cough or something. Fa la la la. People will look at you like, oh, that was nice. They won't think you patient zero. So I'm trying to stop coughing and hit them notes real quick. Let me see. Hey, Jay Weezy, how you doing? Let me see. I was answering something and I got that juice jammed in my throat. I was asking, Ask Ive, is that the only problem you have with the Blue Eddy? I mean, with the Harbor Freight panels, the newer 100-watt panels? Is that your only problem with those? Y'all got me laughing about that. Or is it that it's, lower quality? Okay, Ask Ive says, why buy panels to pay more for adapters when you can just get something else and they are probably $20 more than Rich or Solar or HQST? Ask God, that's what I was saying. Like if you go online, some of them is a little cheaper. And they, the pros are using them. My problem was I didn't see Will Prowse talk about his Harbor Freight panels. I didn't see Hobotech talk about his Harbor Freight panels. I didn't see what's the other van life guy? Van City Life. I didn't hear him talking about his solar Harbor Freight panels. And there's one more guy with all the white hair and the white beard, and he's staying like a ambulance van. You don't hear him talking about these is pros. These are people that live by this stuff. I don't hear them talking about Harbor Freight panels. That's the part where I'm like, okay, these are professionals. And this is another one of my things. Listen close. Lisa Hobotech he's like an engineer, so that's probably why. Yeah, he ain't talking to people like us. He talking to other scientists. That's why he go deep with it. Now, this is my question to you. The ambulance guy is awesome. Yes, he is. I wish I could remember his name and give him credit where credit is due. Bob. Yeah, Bob. This is my question to you. Why would you spend $1,000 on your equipment and then put a Harbor Freight panel on it? Just saying. That's all I'm saying. They Ask Ive say they probably perform okay if you pay around $80. If you pay $100 and they still max out at 80 watts, might as well go budget or get a Renogy. True. That's right. I'm thinking, I'm going to tell you this. Once you start buying some of this stuff, you're going to want the best equipment to bring in as many watts as efficiently as possible. Because see, my next game is getting better extension cables. I'm going to start building my extension cables. It's so simple. So I'm going to order some cable next week and the MC4 adapters and just build my own, because you're going to see stuff like this little thin crap. That's not good for me. I love my Renogy panels too, Itsy. I do. I really do. Which panels do you recommend for the AC200P? I can only tell you what I have. I don't really have a recommendation. I'm just telling you, I have six 100-watt Renogy panels hooked to it. In two series, two in series, and then 3 strings coming back in parallel, so I don't overvolt it. I could probably do 3 panels, but I haven't even played with it yet. So that's what I'm doing. I can't recommend. I can only tell you what I'm working with. Yeah, Renogy is the truth, but those rich solar panels, them is the truth. I like them too. So the next 2 panels I buy is going to probably be rich solar panels. Do you have a specific one in mind? I just named it if that was the question. I'm loving my rich solar panels. I got 2 100 watts. I'm either going to buy rich or Renogy. Right now, as of today, the rich 100-watt solar panels are cheaper than the Renogy. And in my opinion, no, it ain't my opinion, it's what I saw. The 2 rich solar panels was giving me more watts in the EB70 in parallel than the 2 Renogy panels. Don't know why, they just were. What do you think about social 100-watt panels? I've never heard of those. I don't want to say yay or nay. I've never even heard of them. Let me see, 2 for $177 on Amazon right now. Right. By the way, thank you for your channel. You bring a lot of good ideas, character, honesty. Thank you so much, Light Ventures. Thank you for that. Hey, everything fresh and sassy. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. We in here just hanging out. This ain't no Big, do you see I've been on here for like 1 million hours? So Angela Baker, I'm just collecting and storing my solar except the Go Power Plus until I get last pieces to complete the. Okay, got you. Ada say I found your channel a week ago. A lot of great content. You the man. Thank you so much, Ada. Thank you for that. I'm just doing what I can do. Thank you. I have to try Rich. Oh, the Rich panels. Yes, yes. I really like them. That's why I said my next two panels will be Rich Solars. Let me see. Bourgeois V has. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. Oh, has a blue kit to make your own cables with the tool. I've seen it, and that's the kit I was looking at. Yes, yes. Say Bob and them get a lot of their stuff free. Believe me, they don't have to go to Harbor Freight. I mean, it's all part of the game. And you know what? I'm going to say this. They're giving us information and we're learning from that information. So if those companies are giving them free items, and you got to remember something else, they're also giving us discount codes. They're also giving us free products with these little giveaways. You can't knock them for that. Don't knock them for that at all. Because listen, those free discount codes, you're going to buy this stuff anyway. You are. And they're putting in the forefront, some of us didn't know none of this stuff existed if those people didn't never say anything. So I think the company should give them even more. What do you think about Rockpal 100-watt panels? I hear the Rockpal panels are great. That's just what I heard. I can't speak on it really. Should I switch my Blue Eddy panels for the Renogy? I can't make that decision for you. If you have the Blue Eddy fold-up panels, I'm gonna say this. I think buying fold-up panels, if you're not a traveler, if you're not a camper, if you're not a beach goer and you don't plan on taking your solar power generators nowhere, buying fold-up panels is ridiculous. But we travel a lot. So I will always keep one set of fold-up panels with me on to be on the go. So I would, the rigid panels are so cheap, I would say keep your fold-up panels if you're a traveler and then just add on to it. And guess what? In the long run, if you really need more juice, go pull them fold-up panels out and set them out there with your rigid panels like I do sometimes. More juice. Let me see. I tried the Rockpals and was not impressed. I need to ask a question not concerning solar. Have you ever dealt with growing vanilla bean? I did. Vanilla bean needs a certain kind of environment. Like if you know how to grow, God, I wish she was down here because my wife is in love with I buy them for her all the time. I can't even think of the name. I got them sitting right here in my face. Hey, babe! Because I do want to answer that. Hey! I need your help. Glad I ain't having no freaking heart attack. I do want to answer that. Orchids! Never mind! Never mind. I love you. I'm sorry. Sorry. Never mind. Orchids. A vanilla bean plant is just an orchid. If you know how to take care of orchids, you can grow vanilla. Vanilla is just an orchid. So, Lady Led is getting. I know this house is a mess when we go to yelling back and forth. If you married or you live with somebody, you know how this is. I'm not about to get up there and go. Here she come. She about to fuss her.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
What you need help with?
I had a question. I remembered it. Um, Vanilla bean is a orchid. I couldn't remember. I buy you these things all the time, and I could not remember orchid. So yes, if you know how to take care of an orchid, I will buy a cheap orchid first from like the grocery store or something like that. And it's sorry, honey. She looking at me like cheap orchid, and learn how to take care of it first, because what we're learning, I'm gonna let her listen. Do me a favor. Contact Lady Leia. She just did a video today, and put that in her comments in her video she did today about you find Ann, but Ann, can you do me a favor? Go in Lady Leia's video she put today and ask her about vanilla beans and orchids. She can take care of you, because she just found out a lot of stuff about them orchids that blow your mind. You will think it's dead. I'm gonna just let her tell you, because I ain't gonna get into it, because I don't know much about them. I know they're beautiful. She love them. That's all I care about. Plus, it depends on which species it is. One wild Florida vanilla bean needs to grow at the base of oak trees, native and south. Okay. Most panels will give you about 50 to 60% of the stative wattage, which is why your 100-watt panels are pulling in 60 watts. That's okay. Who just said that? Wait a minute, because that was sweet. C. Jacked Loyola. Ooh, that name. Whew. That gave me a brain freeze. Listen, if you buy a 100-watt panel, listen close. I have 6 panels on this. 6 100-watt panels. But I'm only bringing in, so far, the most that I've seen was 467 watts. I brought in with 6 100-watt Renogy panels. The most I've seen this pull in on a perfect day, no clouds, sunny day, beautiful, everything is beautiful, 467 watts. I'll put it in series in different ways, in parallel in different ways, and no matter what I do, I keep getting the exact same. So each panel, when you buy a 100-watt panel, you're only going to get that good 50 to 60, maybe 70%. You're not going to get 100 watts out of your 100-watt panel. It's not going to happen. Okay? So when you buy a panel, if you can only bring, like this can only bring in 200 watts. The EB70 can only bring in 200 watts, right? So if you have 2 100-watt panels, you still ain't gonna get that 200, because all I get with 2 100-watt panels on this is maybe 147 watts on a good crispy day. So you could even go 3 panels in parallel, so you don't overvolt it, but you can overwatt it. It's okay to overwatt it because it's regulated at 200 watts, but you can't overvolt it. So 3 panels is going to try to max out that 200-watt input, okay? But that's just how it works. It sucks, but, I hope that helped a little bit. I know that all sound crazy, Carol. I know it sound crazy, but that's just how it works. You're not going to get 100 watts out of that panel. I know it's rated for 100 watts. You're not going to get 100 watts out of it. How many panels can you use on the EB70? I'm going to say a max. It just depends on how many watts you're trying to bring in. You can only bring in 200 watts. I just explained it. So if you got 3 100-watt panels, if you put them in parallel, you can try to maximize that wattage, trying to get that 200 watts in. Once you maximize that, it just depends on what kind of panels you got and everything else. But you can't run this in series. You'll burn something up because the volts is too low. Ask guys say, yep, around 70%. I pull in around that much. That's why I like $80 panels. There you go. That's my man, exactly. Cause that close to that's close to $1 per watt, right? What about 200-watt rich solar panels? You're not going to get, I don't care how many watts it is, you're not going to get that, whatever, if it's rated for 200 watts, you're not going to get 200 watts out of it. All you're doing is doubling exactly what I said. You just got one panel. That doesn't change the fact of my two panels. That's 200 watts. You have a 200-watt single panel. It's not going to change it. 3 in parallel still won't help. That's right, ass guy. 3 in parallel still might not help. I was just kind of giving them ballpark, but you're right. It just might not be enough. A guy on YouTube channel fried his EB70 because he didn't know not to plug in panels that were wired in series. I seen that video. He worked at like a gas station or something. I seen that, and all I was thinking was like, I seen that nonsense. But if you don't know, it's gonna blow. If you don't know, it's gonna blow. If you don't know, it's gonna blow. Yeah, that's the guy. I watched that video. I was like, oh my God, I'm glad I didn't do that. Read your manuals first, people. They put them in there. That is not a chocolate on your pillow. When you get that doggone manual, read it first. Because you'll do something stupid. Like, what if the manual say, don't plug this in first. Let it sit for a day first. Like one of these refrigerators. You go to plug it in, you done messed everything up. Read your manual first. Even if you go to the quick start guide in the manual, just go there. Say people need to read the instructions. They have even include diagrams. Yes, please read the instructions. We cannot sleep on the instruction. The manuals can be confusing. You know what's more confusing? Watching that green smoke come out of one of the plug sockets of your device. They are confusing, but that's up to you to do some research on what you read and try to figure out what you're reading. Because I promise you, you don't want to blow these up. You spent too much money, and these are investments. These ain't toys, so you invested. Hard earned, saved money. Look at all the stuff that you took out of your life to purchase something like this. Stuff that you put aside to purchase something like this. You don't want to read the manual? I'm sorry, I can't. Let me see. Reading is fundamental. Amen. I spent 20 years in the Army to buy it. See, there you go, Lisa. There you go. There you go. Hey, y'all, we've been on here forever. Can I please, can I please ask a question about the 5-gallon water bottles? Do they have to, what is you talking about? I don't know anything about that. Do they have to be BPA approved? I don't know what that means. 123 says, I have only watched one review, but it wasn't that great for the money. But again, only one data point. I missed something. The blue storage water containers. They're all BPA free. They mean food grade buckets. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Okay, I'm gonna say, the blue containers that I got. Okay, I'm gonna say this. When it comes to survival, if the boot hit the poop, you will not care if it's BPA free or not. You will not care if things are low fat or not. If you're a vegan, you will eat meat if you have to. when it comes down to it, you're going to do a lot of unsavory things that you told yourself that you would never do or you would never put in your pie hole. When it comes to survival and you don't know, you listen, you don't like bugs, people in the garden like, ooh, I don't know what to do with these hornworms. If you're hungry, you will. So I don't concentrate on that. If you see water inside of an old abandoned tire, and we see them all over the place, you're going to drink that water. You're not going to wonder if it's contaminated or not. It's people in third world countries. Have you seen where they get their water from? No, some of those people are not the healthiest, but they're alive. They ain't got time to be like, oh, no, baby, this is not low fat. This is not sugar free. I promise you, if you get hungry enough, your dietary bouginess will go out the window. If you're thirsty enough, I had somebody ask me this, and I'm not going to get into this because this is some more werewolf talk to me. Water, somebody got on me talking about you collecting rainwater and all them chemtrail juices is in it. Instantly, I wish that person into the cornfield. Number one, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. You came at me sideways with that nonsense, and I promise to you, that's that werewolf talk. That's that doggone chupacabra talk to me. Where do you think your water comes from? Where do you think your water comes from? Chemtrail rainwater, where do you think your water comes from? Your water evaporates out of lakes and oceans, goes up into the sky, turns into a cloud, and comes back down. So what are... No, it's not a rant at all, honey. No, I was not at all.
It's a ranty tone.
No, it's not. It got a ranty tone to it?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even hearing what you were saying, but it sounded ranty.
But it came across as rantish?
Tone.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna get that rat tattooey rant up out of there, okay?
Okay.
The rant tattooey. Okay. Sorry. I might have slipped a little rant's dressing in there. Okay. Let me retone it. Fa la la la. Fa la la la. Fa la 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 la.
Now that
No.
show to me crazy.
Okay, that's a little off. That's a little nuts. Okay, let me switch it up. Me.
Uh-oh.
I had to get the ranch dressing out. You told me to change it. So, okay, Lady Leah I had to take it down a notch. Where do you think your water is coming from? Before people talk like that, I need you to visit a water treatment plant. Visit a water treatment plant. And then tell me about that stuff. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Because when people talk like that, it's only they did one little piece of, number one, I don't know what they did. It ain't research. They was following one of them nonsense channels or something and listening to nonsense. But you don't even know where your water comes from every day that you drink either out of the tap or even in the bottles. Where do you think your water is being filtered from? Filtered. Right. I used to work at a water treatment plant. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. And frankly, there's things that they can't filter out. Like medications, certain medications. Okay, so that does come back. And, okay, I just ask for people to do their own research first. Right. You don't even know. Say, lucky man, I have a good wife. You hear that? I have a good wife. She know how to keep me right here.
I know these things.
I know, babe. Keep me right on the level. And so for me, I keep water just on a normal. I will keep water in something that yes is food gradable, but I never get so crazy with it like somebody said they'll never drink out of plastic. I will never say that. Never. I collect water in a porta potty if I had to. I'm telling you, some surviving ain't cute. Survival is not cute. Do me a favor. Go watch the movie Book of Eli. And I know it's a long shot, you know. I know it's fictional. Please go look at the Book of Eli and watch 3 episodes. This is homework. I know you don't want to do this. Watch the Book of Eli. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Watch the Book of Eli and watch any random 3 episodes of The Walking Dead. I don't care which ones you pick. I know you like, I'm not watching that, that's gross. And don't look at it for the zombies. Forget the zombies. What you will learn in watching something like that, or better yet, if you don't want to watch 3 episodes of The Walking Dead, no, I was gonna say watch Zombieland. That's a little bit too much crazy. So, watch any 3 episodes of The Walking Dead. You know what? It ain't the zombies that scare you. It's not the zombies that scare you out. It's not the zombies that gross you out. Except for you. She said, It's the people. It's the people and how they react to one another during a post-apocalyptic situation. It's not about zombies. Everybody keeps saying, I don't watch that because that's demonic. It's about monsters and ghouls. No, it's not. It's about how people react in a post-apocalyptic time. The zombies is just there for giggles. How people start treating one another and how people turn on one another and how people have to trust one another and how people's strengths and people's weaknesses, and then it constantly shows what you thought you wouldn't do. You can miss that, or you're going to be in the upper room. Okay, on an episode of that in The Walking Dead was that preacher. It was a preacher who's like, I'll never pick up a weapon. I'll never pick up a weapon. He ended up being one of the most hardcore soldiers in the group. Because you can keep saying that all you want to. But when desperation comes and life needs to pertain, guess what? You can't say what you are and what you ain't going to do to preserve your life and the life of others. So I'm not saying go watch The Walking Dead just to watch the gross stuff. I need you to see, right, Father Gabriel, that was his name, Gabriel, right. Watch what he do. I can't, they about to kill you. What's up, Bert Richardson? I can't do it. Yeah. He was straight gangster by the few episodes, couple seasons, right? He was leading the pack in a couple seasons. So I don't watch things like that because I like to watch zombies. As a matter of fact, they can keep that part. I watch it for the reaction, and it's very realistic because it puts you in the mindset of, damn, what would I do? Would I accept this person in our village? Even though they got all these skills, but they so crazy? That's a toughie. It puts you in a real life scenario of what would I do? So that's why I watch that. And that's why I'm asking you, watch any 3 random episodes of The Walking Dead and watch all of Book of Eli. And tell me what you think. As a matter of fact, if you watch any 3 episodes of The Walking Dead, tell me the title and watch all of Book of Eli, and you can email me, and I am definitely going to email you back on this, and tell me what was your take on what you watched. Because if all you saw was zombies and Denzel Washington, you ain't looking at the right stuff. Oh, what was that? Plane crash? I can't remember what it was called, but the plane crash. And that was true. And somebody said Lost. I've never. Oh, that was the new movie of that plane crash called Alive. Right, Alive. Yeah, and watch that movie. Watch Alive. Watch Book of Eli, and watch any 3 random episodes of Walking Dead. Don't look at it for the horror and the gore and the nonsense and the ridiculousness. No, I want you to watch. Thank you, Drew. Said check out. Okay, trust me. Watch those for the human reaction. It's gonna blow you away, and I want you to ask yourself in every episode or every scene, what would you do? What would you do? You gonna go to bed talking like, man. Then if you have a spouse or somebody living with you and y'all play what would you do, y'all gonna start arguing. Because my response to certain things was not Lady Led's response to certain things. Like, I wouldn't let them in nothing. She like, but we have to let them in because they'll be wounded. Wounded? See? It's certain things. Like, we had a discussion one time about letting in somebody that might be wounded. And I'm like, there's just one more mouth to feed. And, this person is pregnant, got a baby and everything. All of this horrible stuff. We can't let these people in. You know what? I was wrong, because those people end up being more important to help the village sustain and survive than all the people that was already in there. One end up being a nurse. You see what I'm saying? One end up being a doctor. One end up being a mechanic. You didn't know that by how they came to the village knocking on the door in desperation. I don't watch that type of stuff. And trust me, I don't sit around eating popcorn while I'm watching it. I'm learning, because the scenarios that they got for those television shows and for some of those movies came from third world country situations, came from countries that's in turmoil, and they are going through those situations to this very day. So they didn't just dream this stuff up. They got all that research and information off of what we really truly do to one another right now. Stuff that don't make the news or the media, the stuff that the soldiers come back from war, the things that they saw. These movie producers are interviewing soldiers. They're going to those territories where they were. They're getting that information, and they make some stupid, silly movie or show out of it. But I need you to understand, a lot of those scenarios are real, and a lot of those scenarios actually really happen. Of course, not a zombie was at them, but those things happen. What did they used to say back and say? All names have been changed to protect the innocent. The story is real, but how they formatted it is fake. Okay? So that is the realization of it. I don't watch those shows. Matter of fact, I don't watch much TV at all, but I don't watch those shows because I ain't got nothing better to do. Some of that stuff you need to know. Okay? So let me see. You are going to make me scared. I hate those movies. If you scared of the truth, because see, we talking all this talk, but the reality has not kicked in. We talking all this, I'm prepared and I ain't scared and I'm ready. But that's the reality. That's what you need to be scared of, not zombies. Us. See, you live next to some nice, sweet neighbors. Your nice, sweet neighbors won't be sweet neighbors if they're hungry and you got food. They're going to probably ask you nicely for some food. And when you say there's not enough for you and me, I can give you a jar of peanut butter, but things change. It's not just your sweet, nice neighbor anymore. That neighbor needs what you got, and they are going to try to get it because they feel all of a sudden we're equal. All of a sudden we're equal. Okay? But when worse comes to worse, you start being like, well, my family is more important than their family. My kids is more important than their kids. My kids are smarter, so they'll do the world a better justice of living than their kids will. Their kids is ghetto. Their kids is hood. Their kids run the streets at night. Everybody becomes judgmental, and everybody puts themselves on a platform where they feel like, I think it's more important for me to survive than you, so I'm going to accommodate. I'm going to kind of borrow all of your stuff. That's reality talking, and that is scary. And for the people that don't feel like you need to prepare yourself, when I say prepare yourself, I'm talking about prepare yourself. I don't talk about that anymore, of defending yourself for certain reasons. But if you're saying, oh, I never touch one of those things to defend myself, good luck. I don't believe in those things. Good luck. Because your neighbor do. That's all I'm saying. You don't got to believe in it. You don't got to like it. But your neighbor does. And you got all your preps. You got all your food. You got all your solar, all your generators, all your lights. But all you got is a baseball bat behind the closet door. Okay. Now, when your neighbor come knocking on your door with that Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, you know what I'm talking about? When he come knocking at your door with that Chaka Khan, don't even grab that baseball bat. See, this is a new age of how things are going to be and the reality of it all. And if you ain't ready for the reality, don't even buy none of this stuff. Because once you accumulate all of this equipment and all of this solar and all of this refrigeration, once you accumulate all of this stuff, your next question, which should have been your first question, how are you going to protect it? By telling people they can't come in? Keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Keep on knocking, but you can't come in. That's not going to work. See, manners don't work when people get desperate. Telling people no, that you can't do that to me. The law says, the rule says, what rules? What law? So what I keep telling you, and I've been telling you forever, is this is about self-reliance and self-sustainability. You need to rely on yourself first, and then rely on other entities like, outside sources to help protect you. You have to protect yourself and your family first. Then rely on outside sources. Okay? Everybody got it backwards, where they rely on outside sources to protect their home and their families. when it should be that's your responsibility. In the city, it's scary. It's scary in the country. And you know what? To me, that's another misconception that everything is going to be all right because you live out in the country. No, it's not. Your neighbors ain't going to change from out there. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a little bit more chaos in the cities. It will be because there's more people here. But nothing is going to change in the woods either. Imagine all these millions of people in the city. You think they're going to stay in the city? No, they're going out in the country. And if you think you can keep on taking out all these people that encroach on your land and they all coming in droves, no, you can't. No, you can't. You're going to have just the same problem. Like I said, watch 3 random episodes of The Walking Dead. You'll see. You can only defend 100 acres, 40 acres for so long. You can only defend it for so long before you run out of ammo, before you run out of resources, before you run out of people that's helping you. And then some of the people out there in the country that live right next to you or a few miles down the road, you don't know if they become friend or foe anymore because you don't know what they were doing on their homestead. Were they preparing or was they just living the dream? They might not have been preparing. They just probably had a lot of land. And guess what? They're out of resources. And they need to go find some resources. And they know going in the city is like a death trap. But we got some neighbors that we know stay on top of their stuff. So people be telling me about the cities versus the country. And I be like, miss me with that. It's just a matter of time for the people that live in the country. City is going to be chaotic, yes. But it's just a matter of time. You just bought yourself a little bit of time living out in the country. Let me see. Do they know you have food storage? Exact. You know what? Even if they don't know all the stuff, they're coming to knock on your door with that Chaka Khan to find out. And they ain't going to ask nicely. They're going to probably ask nice at first, but then, hey, you hear somebody tummy growl that breaks the silence. That kind of is telling you, look, I ain't going to ask you no more. Live in Houston, but have a house in LA. Somehow I think I am safer here because I know my Louisiana people be on. Okay. Manners. Yep, manners go out the window. Amen. Okay, as long as they leave. Okay. How do you protect your garden from a hailstorm? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Game Nerd Mom. And Game Nerd Mom, you know I'm from there, so I know. It used to be this it used to be this show that they took off the air. Does anybody remember this show that used to come on, I think like the History Channel or TLC or something like that? It was called The Colony. Does anybody remember that TV show? Where all of these I guess you can call them contestants. They really didn't win anything, but they put them in a bunch of real life post-apocalyptic situations. No water, no food, no electricity, no nothing. And they put a bunch of strangers in this thing together. And it was so realistic and it wasn't staged that somebody actually died on that show. Okay? Because the only thing that was staged were the Marauders. The Marauders that would come every blue moon were actors. That was the only Naked and Afraid is a joke. That's not. I don't even want nobody to see the name of that show. That's dumb. I'm talking. Now Survivor is a joke. That's a joke. I'm talking about real life. You about to pee your pantaloons because you don't know if this is the last night you're gonna be alive. These people truly had no idea that that they're going to live or die. They had no idea. You know what happened to that show? It was so realistic. It was so real, and those people had no idea that somebody actually died on that show because they thought they were being attacked by the Marauders, and something went awry. I can't talk about it, but something went awry, and somebody passed on that show. The reason they had that show is to tell you or show you what people do in that situation. And they would bring various people with various skills. Baby, remember that show, The Colony? Mm-hmm. Man, we used to watch that religiously. You hear me? And they would put people with various skills. Some people had no skills. Some people, right, they had the solar guy, which I loved him. He the one, and he made the gasifier. They put some engineers in there. Then they put a bunch of people that don't do nothing but play video games. Like, you're going to have to get up and help us work or we're going to die. We're about to lose water. Where are we going to get water from? Down at the reservoir 5 miles away. Okay, how are we going to bring 10 gallons or 50 gallons of water all the way back 5 miles? Shopping carts, you had to build wagons. You had to find some buckets and barrels that's going to hold water. Go get water from the reservoir, and on your way back from the damn reservoir, here comes some Marauders. Man, I'm telling you, put your head in the game. You hear me? The season where they was in that big warehouse, where that one dude, he made the thing to follow the sun with the solar panels. He put a whole bunch of car batteries in series so they could have a little bit of power. Shower, water, all that was a luxury. Okay? If you can ever find it, I don't care on what platform, whether it's YouTube or something else, look if they even still have it after that accident. I don't think they even have it anywhere. Please go look up this show called The Colony. It will scare you to death. It's not a scary movie, it's reality, and reality is scary. Okay, then they even got a guy on there making fuel. You dig what I'm saying? He took some old vegetables and he took some old vegetables or some dandelions, added a lot of sugar, turned it into a wine, turned the wine into a high-grade ethanol for fuel for their vehicle so they can get the hell out of there. Okay? Oh, Angela Baker said, don't confuse the TV series The Colony with The Colony. So it's two? I don't know nothing about a TV show called The Colony. I'm talking about that old prepper. It was kind of, it's a TV show too. And it came on every week. So I don't know exactly what, if there's a new Colony too. It's probably corny as some TV series, sci-fi. Right, okay. I ain't talking about the TV series if that's an actual thing. There was a sci-fi show called The Colony. Not that crap. Not that nonsense. Thank you for telling me that. Don't go look up that garbage. That's like all the rest. That's garbage. There's a TV show like on the History Channel, like they have, Doomsday Preppers and stuff like that. And there's another show. Hey, babe, what was that with our boy in that? And they lived in Alaska. Your family that lived in Alaska.
The Kilchers.
The Kilchers. What was the name of that show?
The Last Frontier.
The Last Frontier. Go look at The Last Frontier. I'm telling y'all. Alaska, The Last Frontier on the Discovery Channel. Listen, the reason I'm telling y'all about these shows, because when you watch them, you're going to be so glued to the TV, because these are people that literally live in, even though they're living in today's times. I ask guys, say, I love Alaska, The Last Frontier. They're living right now, but you see their situations where growing food is not a joke. We're going to die if we don't grow food. So the changing weather and global warming is affecting the way they grow food, the way they fish, the way they prepare food. Everything has been set like this for hundreds of years, and now all of a sudden they have to rethink, when do we go fishing for salmon and trout? When do we plant our plants? Because now it's getting warmer, longer or shorter periods. And when do we run our cattle? All of that stuff is real deal, letting you know. Oh, bear attacks. Talk about some I don't believe in them Chaka Khans. I don't believe in them. I'll never touch one. Let a doggone 1,000-pound Kodiak bear, grizzly bear jump up out them woods at you. Tell me what, pull out a baseball bat, tell me what you're going to do with it. Them gigantic Kodiaks and grizzly bears scratch their backs with trees. They scratch their whole back with a tree. They leave marks on tree bark with their hands. Do you understand what a bear is if that don't give you no indication? They will rip the whole half bottom of a tree off with their bare hands. Bare hands. I wonder who thought of that. With their bare hands. That's a straight badump bump dad joke. I tore it off with my bare hands. But yes. I just want, the only reason I'm here, family, and I'm mentioning this stuff is because I want to talk about reality. You got all of this stuff back here, but it means nothing if you can't protect it, or if you don't know how to use it, or if you have survival in your head as what you will and what you will not do to stay alive. When you put that stuff and let that stuff come out of your mouth, you start believing it. And I promise you, if you watch some of these shows, just bringing forth the conversation of and putting in your head, what would you do in this situation? That's where you start right there. I promise it's going to change everything how you think of things. Okay? All in the Soil, that Dual Survivor show, the guy with the bare feet, believe it or not, he was the truth. Yeah, that was a show too. That was the truth. All right, Angela Baker. So we've been on here forever, y'all. How long is this doggone video? I've been having such a good time. The guy with the bare feet was the best. He was the truth. Maria, you'll be surprised what your feet can do once you sit them. His feet was shoes. He had been walking bare feet for so many years. The callus on the bottom of his feet was like shoes. You understand? He might as well just took a hot poker and printed the Nike symbol under the bottom of his heel on that feet meat because he was definitely rocking some Ugg boots with them feet after a while. Okay, Von, make sure you do. Nothing you could do about polar bears for sure. They're not afraid of humans and will. Okay, that's true. All right, the Knox. Can you store clean Berkey water in glass mason jars? Why would you want to store water in mason jars? Somebody said them feet look like bricks. Somebody asked me the question, can you store water in mason jars? And my question is, why would you waste your mason jars just to store 12 ounces and 16 ounces of water? Just purify it when you need it. There you go. Store it in the biggest container that you can find and just purify whatever you need whenever you need it. Your mason jars need to have food in them junks. And the mountain men. Somebody said something about the mountain men too. Yes. The lid will rust guaranteed. Not necessarily, but before you even get that far, why would you waste your jar on water? There's a couple on YouTube storing water in jars. They had mold. Like, why would you even do that? I would never waste a mason jar on something like that. It would have to have food in it. Just figured it would last longer in a glass jar than a plastic container, but no, it wouldn't. Why? No, it would not. The first few seasons of Walking Dead was real minus the zombie. Hey, all in the soil? Yes, yes. I'ma say I watched it all up. I watched Walking Dead until Glenn got killed. Once Glenn got killed, I was done. I said, I don't care who they kill in that show. You better not kill the little Asian dude. Because if it wasn't for him, wouldn't nobody be here. They better not kill him off. I don't care who else they take. They better not kill the little Asian. What happened? Boom, killed him. I was done. I ain't seen nothing else since. Got tired. Don't kill the little Asian dude. That got on my nerves right there. Soon as they killed him, I was finished. I promise I never watched another episode. Because I always said from day one, this dude getting everybody out of sticky situations. In the beginning, he was scary, but he became an asset. He was the asset to me. As soon as they got rid of him, they didn't have a show no more. That's why you don't hear about it every day no more. Once they got rid of Glenn, the little Asian dude, the show was over, son. The show was over. Now all you got is just die-hard fans. You don't have people that's interested no more. You just got people that's watching it because you got some little club. That's it. Everybody's saying once Glenn got it, that was it. Yep, everybody's saying it. Once Glenn went, I'm done. I'm done, man. Everybody, and it was all on, you know, it been in magazines and everything. That's the one I know the producers is like, we made a big mistake getting rid of him. I don't know what the formula was, but we should have let him become an old man and die gentle into the night or something. Can you explain watt hours, please? I'm looking at the Blue Eddy AC 200p. That you gonna trust me, you gonna have to just Trust me, look at videos on watt hours because that's an explanation. If you looking into getting this and you don't know what watt hours are, then you don't even know why you buying this. You just buying it because everybody's talking about it. I don't want you to buy something that you don't need. Please research watt hours, okay? That take a little bit of explanation. Say, I have filtered water in an old 1 gallon water jugs. Ask Ive. But see, Ask Ive, when you answer them, man, they won't do no research. They just gonna keep asking you. I don't be saying that to be mean with them, but they need to look it up. If some stuff, man, you got to open a book or Google, or you got to. Because you know what I run into? You know what happened? I know this sounds crazy and I know it sounds bad, but it's true. Once you start giving out information like that and they do it wrong, they're going to come back and blame you. Just like Homeboy was like, remember that little Led was lying about it? They just going to come back and blame you, man. That's why I try to, just do your own research. Don't listen to me. What that dude should have did, and I came back and did a video, was like I was totally wrong. What he should have did was did the research and be like, Led was wrong. And now that you know, see how he came back? Because he wanted to just start some stank. And there's a lot of people on here, bro. You see how he came to your channel trying to start stank? There are people that plant themselves in between other YouTube creators because they want to start some stank. I've been in this game a long time, and I know when I see a plant. When I see a plant, somebody come in, they'll go to one channel and say, you hear what he said about you? You hear what he said about you? Hear what he said, man, he did something. Those be plants like they're not the typical trolls. Them the people that like to sit back and watch two big channels fight each other or discuss one another in a negative light. So they get kicks out of that. They don't get kicks out of your information nor mine. They get kicks out of watching us battle. So I instantly wished them off into the cornfield. I've been doing this a long time, man. Let me see. Trina's Organic Lifestyle. Thank you for that. I did a simple math video on watts and hours plus amps. Okay. Ohms. Unicorn Lady, The Walking Dead. Now, I don't even watch that Negan dude. I got ridiculous. You will get canning fever. Who in here, now we talking about solar power, who in here does not know how to pressure can and water bath can your own food? Show of hands. Show of hands, and then we're going to get out of here because I know y'all want to go to sleep. I took a nap by accident, so I'm supercharged. I said the people that, what did I say? The people that don't know how to water bath can or pressure can. Who does not know how to pressure can or water bath can? Ooh. That's a lot of people, y'all. Okay, so, that's a lot of people. I got the equipment. I don't care if you got the equipment or not. If you don't know how to do it, you just don't know how to do it. You said you've never even heard of it. Double OJ. Now, it ain't necessarily that I lied. The guy was right. I gave misinformation. I did because I didn't know no better. Remember, I'm new to this game too. So when my air conditioner was running in the window, I thought it was running. It was cold to me, and I didn't know that it wasn't running the compressor. It was just running the fan. So I didn't know, but the dude came across way crazy. The way he did it, he wanted to start something. He contacted me first with the same nonsense. Then he went to my homie Ive with the same nonsense to try to get something started. And, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so this is what I'm going to tell you guys because canning season is here. And it's going to be here until doggone winter time. If you are growing your garden and you are harvesting your food, you need to be preserving your food. You can't eat it all, so what are you doing? If you don't have livestock, you don't have chickens, you're not feeding it to your animals, so what are you doing to it? You're throwing it away. You're not saving the seeds. I'm going to show you right now. I pulled off one of my big banana peppers today. I had a sweet banana pepper that I ate in my salad, and you don't eat the butt. Don't eat the bud. That's full of seeds in there. See them? You wrap that in a napkin and set that to the side, let them dry out. Let them seeds dry out. You're going to plant them seeds next year. So if you're harvesting your food, you need to be, I'm going to see if I can grab this real quick because this one ain't heavy. You need to get ready for this. All right. This is a Presto pressure canner. I really like it because it's really simple and there's not too much to it. I have this and I have All American, but I kid you not, and I'm going to keep it real. I started using my Presto even more than my All American because it's so light and easy to use, and it's just easier. It's plain and simple. There's no other way I can explain it. But I'm going to tell you this. Homestead Heart, Granny Karma, Cheryl's Organic Food Forest, all of those ladies, and the New Orleans Gardener, all of those ladies taught me how to pressure can last year. We did a big video on it. If you do not know how to pressure can your food and store your food in jars, go to my playlist on pressure canning. I'm not teaching you how to do it because I'm a student myself. I'm just showing you what I learned. And it's so awesome that I have a whole room full of food that those ladies helped me learn a skill. This is a skill that I will never forget. You understand? So everybody, this ain't the only thing that's going to save you. I know this is fun and all, but things are too real, okay? I know it's all fun and all, this, because I love technology. But we can't forget about the other stuff. What good is the lights on if you ain't got nothing to eat? What good is your medical equipment being able to run off of this, but you ain't got no food stored up? You ain't got no water. I'm going to bring this down to. You ain't got no water. You ain't got no food. What good is your solar power generator or your gas generator if you don't have any food stores? If you ain't gardening and growing your own food? So we need to buy meat and can it before it becomes too expensive. And that's all I've been doing. Somebody asked me, Led, you been canning? I never stopped. I just ain't put out no videos about it. Because I need you to understand something. I'm a YouTube creator, but I'm a real guy. I got a real life. And I can't keep that camera running 24/7 on me and everything I do throughout my day. We never stop canning. We never stop growing. People say, you ain't showed us your garden. I've been too busy on this stuff. But tomorrow, I'm going to show you what I've been working on out here. Now, it's something else too. I'm going to show you this because I'm so proud of this. And I know this is a long video no matter what, so it don't even matter. So I'm going to show you something else you might want to look into, okay? Well, I got some right here. I don't even got it. I don't even got a stump. But I'm gonna show you this real quick, if I can, without dropping. All right. All of this, family, what we're doing, this is about survival and taking care of your family, okay? So not only should you have your garden going or trying to grow some food indoors, if you can't grow it outdoors, grow it in containers, grow it in the ground, any way you can. And you might, thank you, Jody Sincere. Hey, Jody! Hey, Jody! How you doing, Jody? It's good to see you. How you doing, sis? Good to see you. If you need some livestock, these eggs, pump these out every day. I mean, these chickens, not the eggs. I messed that all up. Let me set these down. I just want to show you something. I'm running out of space. I got 10 or 15 cartons of 18 eggs. Do you see this? This carton is from the store because I have people giving me the cartons. Them is my dirty eggs right there. See that? When it rains outside and it gets muddy, this is what the eggs look like. These are the dirty eggs. You ask, Laird, why you leave them dirty? Because as soon as you wipe that, it's just mud, it's not poop. Soon as you wipe that layer off that I'm gonna show you on these here, soon as you wipe that layer off to make them shiny like Easter eggs, I didn't do that. The chicken's done this. See that shine, that sheen on the eggs? Once you wipe off that protective coating, the eggs start going bad like store eggs. If you leave them like this, those eggs will sit on the countertop, not in the refrigerator, for months and be just as good as the day they was laid. So you need to get your game tight. I know we have fun. Thank you, Anita McNutt. Said we love spending time with you, big brother. I've learned a lot from you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Yeah, I have chickens. We do it all here. This is not, I'm not literally teaching you how to do anything on this channel. I'm just showing you what we do, and we really live this life for real every day. Every day. We learn things from y'all too, but we really live it for real. We grow our own food to the best as we can. Of course, we still go into the store. We supplement as less as we possibly can from the stores, but we grow our own food. We got our own livestock. We bring our own eggs. Y'all keep hearing about the stuff they about to do to all the chickens and the poultry, right? All of the meat prices is about to go through the roof. If you eat meat, if you eat vegetables, it don't matter what you eat. All the prices is going through the roof because I want you guys to look up this one report. Somebody sent me, New Orleans Gardener, the New Orleans Gardener, Lady 511 sent me, Jody Sincere's mom, sent me a report, email, and it was from this asparagus farmer that let his crop of millions and millions of dollars go because he could not bring in enough people to harvest his asparagus. Think about it. He could not bring in enough people to harvest all the millions of dollars worth of food, so he had to give it away. So the asparagus prices is going to go through the roof because he was one of the main retailers for that. Not retailers, but farmers that gave it to the stores. So everything else, have you been to the produce section? Have you looked at the meat section? It's not that much meat in the meat section, and the prices is dumb. Thank you, Anita McNutt. Said, I've been watching you since last year, and I have a garden thanks to you, real food that grew. Thank you for that. And thank you for even just giving it a shot. How many people have chickens or livestock of some sort? because we all wrapped up in this. We all wrapped up in this. But that's not the only thing that's going to keep you alive. Did article reveal how did it happen picking this crop? Yes, it did, and I don't want to touch on it because it was political. It was certain people that they wouldn't allow into the U.S. to help with these crops, whether they had a visa, a green card, or not. They wouldn't let them back in. All right, Turf, they wouldn't let them back in, okay? So that's why. And that's what's happening to all of the crops. Because what we do, we talk about people stealing our jobs, but we won't even do them ourselves. We won't even do them ourselves. That was prime proof that we just a bunch of shit talkers. Pardon my French. We talk about some other people that's coming to take our jobs. But listen, there is literally like 5,000 jobs that's out there, and you know what the man said? He pays over $15 an hour to each and every worker. $15 an hour to each and every worker, and proved it. Where's all the American help? Everybody talk about some other people taking our jobs. This man had to give away millions and millions of dollars of crops away because we think we too good to get on our hands and knees and pick asparagus. So that's why I be like, miss me with that crap. Right, most people won't do work like that. Exactly, they won't. They won't. And like I told you, when desperation comes, you will do anything. If you knew how your Gucci purse was made, you wouldn't, if you had any morals about yourself, you wouldn't even buy it. If you saw how your Nike shoes was made and you had any morals, you wouldn't even buy it. And it's reasons why the solar panel prices are about to go up. And if you knew them, don't ask me, go find out, do your research. If you knew about them, you wouldn't even buy them no more. Oh, he's paying him $16.50. I knew it was over $15. I just didn't want to specify. I'm gonna take that out real quick. I'm just telling you all the truth, and it ain't no speculations, it ain't no exaggerations, it's straight up. It's just straight up. If you do your own research, when you ask what do I be doing all day, research, research, research. Constant. That's part of my job. So honestly, family, I'm gonna get out of here and leave y'all alone. I could talk all night, so I'm supercharged. Do your research, D. You will find out. All you gotta do is just Google it real quick. Google why the price of solar panels are going up. Okay? We ain't gonna talk about it on the channel, but you will see. And it's just the truth. Listen. How many people, show of hands, got livestock? I don't care what it is. Goats, chickens. If you got it, say me and name what you got. Not a dog. That's not livestock. You can't eat that legally. I mean, you legally you can't eat him. So say me or raise your hand, and what do you have? I think rabbits are considered livestock, I think. Okay, Karen got chickens. No, you can't eat that, Harriet Claire. You can't eat kittens legally. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's late. You can't. Livestock meaning They multiply fast, and you cannot legally eat them in the U.S. Let's just put it like that. If we need more definition, because some people's about to start saying all kind of stuff. You know, I have a Shih Tzu. No, no, you can't do that. Okay. Let me see. How are quail different from chickens? Yeah, quail is livestock. Some people can't have livestock. I wanted bees. I guess that can kind of be considered. Kinda. Uh, Thank you, Double OJ. I just want to put it on people, on your mind. That's all. I'm just a reminder. I'm your friendly reminder. I'm your alarm clock that you got to keep hitting snooze on. That's all. I'm that alarm clock that you keep hitting snooze on. Nessa's Oasis Garden said, me, I got chickens. Game Nerd Mom got bees. So, they on point. Right, like Spider-Man, that's me. I'm your friendly neighborhood reminder. Just every now and then you got to hit that snooze button on me. That's okay. I just want to wake you up so you can get to work. Okay, don't hit snooze on me too long. You can hit snooze on me, but don't turn me off because you're going to oversleep. You're going to oversleep and you're going to miss out. We have bees, chickens, quail, rabbits, bees are the Trinity homestead. You have 3. Okay. I want to get rabbits. Okay. Avocados and lemons ain't livestock. So the reason I'm asking you that, you guys, is because normally I keep about 7 to 8 chickens. But with everything going on in the last couple of years, I've been keeping, I got 16 birds now. What do rabbits do? Make other rabbits. Rabbits make other rabbits fast. They make more livestock fast, and their poop is good fertilizer. I wouldn't turn them into pets, though. Okay? It's sad, the squirrel here in Boston, they protect it. I'm a vegan. What's the point of me getting? I'm serious. Let me know. I'm a vegan. What's the point of me getting? I'm serious. Let me know so I can do my research. You're a vegan, so what's the? I don't understand your question. Is what's your point of getting chickens? Just because you're a vegan has nothing to do with that. Okay, and I deal with this a lot. You're a vegan, but you being a vegan does not necessarily mean right at this very moment you have to eat eggs or the chickens. You know what I got right here in my hand? I got over $5 worth of farm-raised eggs. Think about it. So how much would somebody pay for farm-raised organic eggs that they know where it came from? Not some weird farm, not some crazy farm where they mistreating the birds. Out here on Lead Farmer 73's Easley Island. Boom. How much would you pay for those eggs knowing where they came from? Fresh, huge, organic eggs. You don't have to eat them, but you can sell these and make a fortune. Every day I get 16 eggs. Every day I almost, ooh. Let me put this back down because this is just my one I use to go get the eggs. Every day, I get 16 eggs. So every single day, I almost fill up this 18 tray carton. Every day. Do the math. Every day for 7 days. So I have 7 of these every week by Sunday. Think about that. So even if I'm just selling this for $2 where I'm robbing myself, I give these to my family members. They throw me a little something and I'll be like, bring my container back, right? You feeding your family, you feeding your friends that do eat eggs and meat. So it's not just about you. And you could be making income to help your household. This ain't just about you. It's other ways you can be a vegan or a vegetarian, and you having livestock does not mean you got to sit there and eat the chickens. I got livestock. That don't mean I go out there and eat my chickens every day. And ducks are good too, but we got hundreds of ducks out there on the pond. That's why I never mess with them. And geese. The chicken manure, thank you for that. The chicken manure is double its worth in gold, because that's how you feed your garden from chicken manure. It's high in nitrogen and minerals. Chicken manure is what you go to the store and pay all that money for. I don't. I fertilize my... Do me a favor. Watch my video tomorrow morning. The video that I put out tomorrow is going to show you exactly what chicken fertilizer do. Chicken poop is going to show you exactly what it does. Because I just did a video on me planting my garden in buckets, and I'm going to show you exactly what it does. Okay? So just because you got chickens don't mean you got to eat the chickens. Don't mean you got to eat the eggs. You can make money off the eggs. You can use the fertilizers, the poop for fertilizing everything else you got. And if you think that's disgusting, you might be in some trouble. Say, hey, Lid, when they stop laying, do you butcher them or take them to somebody else? It depends. It depends on if I feel like doing that. If I feel like it, see, this is why I don't do it like that, because it's unnecessary. You see what I'm saying? You can go to the store. If I felt like butchering one, I could just go to the store and buy one for $2. So do I feel like taking this animal's life when I could just go get a chicken for $2 or so? So what I do is think about this. Now, I will, don't get it twisted, but I will when I have to. I don't have to. So you know what I like to do? I put my hen, when they get older and they done laying, and I'm like, okay, she just eating up food, taking up space. What I do, put them on Facebook Market or Craigslist for sale. I sell her for like $20. After she gone out of here, okay, now think about what you just did. You bought a chick that cost about 99 cents. You got eggs for about 2 to 3 years out of that hen. She got all the bugs and everything out of your yard from just free grazing. She gave you fertilizer from her poop for 3 or 4 years. She gave you eggs and all that for 3 or 4 years, right? Whatever it was. Then you turned around and you sold her to one of these farms that like to just have chickens on their farm or whatever they feel like doing. You're going to pay me $20 for this hen. Where did I lose? So me sitting around butchering a chicken ain't something I feel like doing all the time because it's work. Everybody like to, that's right, Hood Tech Institute. Everybody like to think that just because you have a homestead, you have to be butchering animals all the time. You don't. It's other alternatives where you get the whole thing is so you can eat, right? So I'll take that $20, buy a couple more chickens, put them back in the stall. You don't lose. And there's no blood on my hands because I'm going to tell you something. I don't care what nobody say, and I'm not going to get into that because I don't like talking about religion nor politics. But I'm a very spiritual person, whether you want to believe it or not. And I don't think everything needs to die just because you feel like it needs to die all the time. That's just how I feel. So if I can avoid doing it, because that way heavy on my mind, even if I'm going to eat it, that way it's heavy on my mind, If I don't want that weighing heavy on my mind, I sell my livestock, get the money, replenish my coop and my flock. Everybody is all good. Put that money back into my homestead system. It's a win-win, right? Win-win situation, and there's no blood on my hands, and I can sleep at night. Because watching an animal die, no matter what it is, you're a monster if you don't feel something. In my own opinion. Yes, I'm a hunter. Yes, I'm a trapper. Yes, I got livestock. But if you don't feel anything after sending something, I don't care what it is, to the upper room, if you don't feel a little something, you might want to go lay on somebody's couch because you might have a couple issues. All right? So yes, when I hunt, I just don't be like, whoa, score. That's not me at all. I don't got antlers and stuff hanging around my house because when I do hunt and when I do trap, I don't want to be reminded of that day. That's not a wonderful day for me. I can eat it, but the whole problem is it don't weigh on me like some other people. It don't settle on me like it do some other people. Some other people, you know what? I used to go fishing and be a fisherman. I almost lost my job because I fished too much when I was younger. I took a day off when I wasn't supposed to just to go fishing. That's how much I fished and didn't care. But as I got older, just catching fish just to throw them back, catching fish just to throw them back. Sometimes that fish will swallow the hook, meaning there is no real way to get that hook out. So now you got to kill a fish for nothing. And that started weighing on my head like, man, why am I doing this? So I wouldn't do it. Catfish, a lot of the catfish will swallow the hook. A lot of animals swallow the hook, and sometimes it just kind of bothered me a little bit like, damn, I didn't like that feeling, so I stopped doing it. Unless I'm going out to fish for food, I don't fish for pleasure anymore. Lisa said, I feel the same way. I used to fish all the time just to throw back, start feeling bad. Right, you start feeling bad. Let me see, all in the soil, it don't bother me. Everybody built different, man. I just, like I said, for me, just to do it, just to be doing it, I don't do it unless I have to. Me and Lady Leah went fishing the other day, and she was laughing at me because all the dust that I had to wipe off my fishing pole. She was like, what? I live on a freaking lake full of fish. You know what I'm saying? I live on a lake full of fish. She stuck her line in for 2 seconds and caught a fish like that. That's how many fish is out here on this lake. It's like if I ain't about to eat them, I ain't about to do it. And when I get down, it's going to be a fish fry. I'm not catching this just to stock stuff up because I ain't got nothing better to do. Either I'm stocking up for survival or it's about to be a fish fry. Tora said, I'm okay with hunting and fishing for food. Right, that's me. For fun, not no more. I love going fishing, but I never catch anything, and that's okay. It's just like sitting with a pole and water relaxing. I only fish for food. That's me. I fish to store to eat. That's what I do too. That's a good one. Nothing in excess. Amen to that. I'm looking for a good way to process carp. Oh, Jenny. I don't know why I'm getting excited about this. You're looking for a good way to process carp. Let me tell you something. I know, people always throw carp back, and because there's so many everywhere, right? You come to the right place. I am the carp king. I will have your carp tasting like walleye or have it tasting like striped bass. Listen, years ago I put out, I think it's pictures. I don't think I got too much video of it, of me processing carp this freaking big. People hate to watch that. And they be like, oh, you're a monster, you're evil. We was fishing and we had a fish fry. But I'm going to put those pictures up for you. There's a thing on a carp called a mud vein. Have you heard of it? All in the soil carp get them back straps. Nope, you don't even got to do that. If you know how to get, okay, Jenny, if you know how to get that mud vein out, there's meat on carp. Is you crazy? I'd rather have carp than have this other crap that's floating around out there. Okay. Mud vein ain't necessarily what, for years, I thought it was a vein, like a muscle that goes through the fish. It's not. It's that dark red meat right over the rib. That dark red meat. So you fillet that right off of the rib, right on both sides. It's very bony, but here's the thing. The bones, once you cook your fish, your bones, they basically are edible. They melt in your mouth. Don't even get that twisted. Or they come out just like rib off of an animal. So, get this. You're going to see that really, really dark red meat once you fillet that carp. I know you're going to feel like you're wasting it, but that's the part that tastes like mud, that messes up the meat, to make the meat taste like shoe, okay? Get rid of that. You know what I do? I fillet that dark red meat off, and I give that to my chickens. Now, this is what you do. I like buffalo too. Yeah, fillet that dark red meat off and give that to your livestock or your cats or whatever. That muscle right there, that dark red tissue, what that is that's there. I forget what they call it. That a carp can only go super fast for so long, right? Like a sport, like a NASCAR or race car. It uses that dark red muscle to give it all the power that it can get to get away from a predator, but then it's tired. It's done. It's finished, right? So that dark red muscle tissue, that's that mud vein. That's what you take off to make it taste like real. You gonna think you eating tilapia. You gonna think you eating white bass. If you take that off, I promise you, I can't steer you wrong on that. When I say I can't count how many I've processed in my years, I can't even tell you. I promise. I got some carp in the freezer right now from out there. People throw them, they throw them away every time. Not me. You can go get them bass. I know I'm going to get those doggone, a beetle on me. I'm going to get me them carps because they come a dime a dozen. Trust me on that. I'm going to catch one just so I can show you the process of it, okay? I'm going to put up pictures of me doing it years ago. I'm going to do a little quick little slideshow. Carp that dang on big. You hear me? I fed my entire family. I ain't talking about in this household. I'm talking about in this city. We had a fish fry with one fish. Okay? Tell me. Once you learn how to fillet a carp right, you will never throw another carp back on the rocks or back out to the water again in the rest of your life. You'll never do it again. I guarantee you won't. Because that meat gonna hit different. That meat gonna hit different when you know how to fillet it right. The only reason people throw it away because they don't know what they doing. I promise you. Could you do a video on cooking fish? I will. I will. Jenny Lee says, thank you. I got a lot of folks asking about them. If I knew the skill, I'd be eating them. Trust me on that. Oh, and here's the other thing. You got to fillet it fresh. Don't freeze it, then fillet it. Because if you freeze it, the ice, and when it freezes, it's going to extract, it's going to push all that flavor into the rest of the meat. You got to do it fresh or don't do it at all. Okay, remember that. Because you're going to try to fillet it later on, and after you pull it out the freezer, the meat's still going to taste weird. Because all that flavor from that muscle went into the rest of the muscle, the tissue. Don't do it. Carpandium, please don't kick me out. I ain't gonna kick you out for that. That's hilarious. How about the fish roll? The fish roll. I don't know what that meant. Okay, Teeny says you got chickens. This is great info for me. Always throw them back. Never. This is another one of those things. If you got the skill, row equals eggs. Oh, got you. Never. How it tastes. If you like white bass or if you like tilapia, it's a mild taste like bass or like tilapia or like crappie. It's the same, it's like that, but you get bigger chunks of meat. If you like crappie, crappie fillets is real thin. You don't get much out of it. Imagine that flavor and that taste of a crappie, but you getting big chunks of meat. Same when cooking. When cooking raccoon, you gotta musk it first. I can't recall eating no raccoon meat, but I won't say I won't. The way stuff is going. I say in the next 5 years or so, I'm gonna be doing a video on. Now you gotta take that raccoon, right? You can take that tail off. Okay, you're gonna cut him right under the jugulars, right under the grocery bag. You're gonna cut him right. I'm gonna do a video like that, like, told you. I ain't never had none now. But I promise you, in about 3 or 5 years, if stuff keep going the way it's going, I'm gonna have a mean raccoon recipe for your asses. I promise you. I promise you. Okay, you're going to take a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. I know that ain't for no raccoon meat, but I promise you, just follow me on this. Follow me. A little Old Bay seasoning. You'll see. Knew a lady that would get carp. It was like eating salmon. Never got a chance to learn from her. She passed before I got a chance. Jenny says you knew a lady that would yes. That carp game and people. That's the thing, because it's so many carp in the rivers and channels. People hate them. They hate them because they always end up catching 50 carps before they catch one bass. Man, give me them carp. And you want to know the best part, how to catch a carp? What kind of bait do you think it takes to catch a carp? I'm about to hurt your feeling. You know what we use? Carp are invasive. That's another reason why get as much as you can, fill up your freezer. Corn. Right, who said that? Joe Tyson. All you need is a can of corn. Cheese, I've heard cheese, but cheese melts off the hook. Put a couple kernels of corn on them junks. Because, see, they vegetarians. They eat the algae. Bread will melt off after a while. Dough ball, if you do it right, But dough ball, you know what's easy, cheap, inexpensive, and a lot of it plentiful. You'll be fishing all day for some carp. Corn. Bring you a can of corn, Libby's corn or something. I like to get cream style corn. All day, son. Hey, C7, how you doing? Good to see you. So, look, y'all, I'm going to get out of here because y'all know we'll rock this out all night. We've been on here, oh my goodness, for like 3 hours, 4 hours. I'm sorry, y'all. I was just too hyped today. Now I can tell them how to cook a carp. Thank you for that, Carmelita. I'm telling you, take that, right, Super Gumbo Show, Trina. That dark red meat, get rid of it. You won't regret it. Tell them Lead Farmer 73 sent ya. I promise you, once you do that, that carp gonna hit altogether different, okay? I know you can can fish. I don't like canning fish though. I tried it and I'll never do it again. It's gross. Once you pressure can some fish, you turn around, it's so squishy and gooey. I didn't care for it at all. I didn't care for the process. That must be why I get them easy. The Detroit River. Right. In Detroit. Look, I'm from Toledo, Ohio. You know the Maumee River, Lake Erie, all that, man, is so full of doggone carp. You will catch 50 carp before you catch a bass all day. A catfish or a carp all day. So, all right, y'all. I'm going to leave y'all alone. I know y'all ready to go to sleep. What's the easiest thing to can? That's a hard question. If you don't even know how to can at all, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it to you. Do me a favor. If you want to learn how to can, before you pressure can your food, I'm not even gonna say pork because there is no easiest thing to pressure can. Pressure canning is pressure canning. Is rules and time for everything. I'm going to say the first thing you do is you take your water bath can, take your pressure canner, right? Stick with me on this. Take your pressure canner, set that over there. You want to put your bottom tray in at the bottom. You don't want the jars touching the bottom. And now you just use this as your water bath canner. Try to water bath can first. And water bath can, the first thing I ever water bath can myself was strawberry jam. Homestead Heart got a recipe on her channel for strawberry jam, and I did a whole video on literally watching her video while I followed directions with the ingredients and made that exact recipe for my strawberry jam. Okay? So strawberry jam was easy to me. Strawberry jam, peaches, pears. If you don't want to do no recipes like a jam or jelly, just water bath can fruit. Go to the store, and if you're not growing fruit yourself, go to the store and buy you some peaches, some apples, some pears, and that will be the easiest way to can. Fresh fruit, sliced up, peeled, and put in a jar and can. That is the easiest. That's water bath canning. So you don't have to need no recipe for that or nothing. But do your research. Don't just go off all willy-nilly like that, okay? There are books you need to read, and there is information all over the web that you can read before you go jumping right in. It's just like these solar generators. Don't get all into that like that, okay? I'm going to retitle this Gumbo Show again, because right, peaches, apples, strawberries, pears, all of that good stuff you water bath can. Right, read your manual. And if you don't have a manual to water bath can, go to your local extension and they're going to tell you about water bath canning, or go to All American website, they're going to tell you how to do it, or go to the Presto website, they'll tell you how to do it. Somebody even said the USDA website, they'll show you how to do it. Don't go off your own accord trying to figure out this. You'll blow your head off, or you're going to make something and not do it right and get sick trying to eat it, okay? Let's get out of here, everybody. Right. Everybody, I know y'all can do it. We can do better than this. Think about having some livestock if you can. Think about growing a garden if you haven't started. Think about getting some backup power if you ain't got it. This is all stuff. Think about getting some protection. Protection. And I'm not talking about no Trojans. Think about getting some protection, because you got all this stuff. How are you going to protect it? Okay? I'm going to leave y'all with that. Pressure canning, gardening, livestock, backup power, storing your food, storing your water. This is all hand in hand. Okay? You can't have one of these without the other. You can have power and no food, food, no power, no water, food, no water. You got to make this sustainable. Self-reliant is you doing this. But to make it sustainable, meaning how long can you sustain yourself off of this? So all of that goes hand in hand, okay? If you don't do it, you can't have one without the other, all right? Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me for like 9,000 hours. I'm going to retitle this the Gumbo Show, because this really went above and beyond the Call of Duty. All right, everybody, have a wonderful night. I'm going to end the video the way I started it. Put my homeboys back up here. You don't even know it. Everybody have a wonderful night, all right? Laird Farmer 73. I love y'all, and I'm out.